you ballin'. He's the cloaker that laughs as you're falling. Raw Tony haunts your dreams, can't you see? Hopping through the shadows quite eagerly. Scared to close your eyes and go to sleep. You sowed chaos, but Raw Tony is here to reap. You were on his shows, then bailed. You tried to take him down and failed. You thought you could outshine the sun. Ended up cooked, well done. Raw Tony haunts your dreams, can't you see? Hopping through the shadows quite eagerly. Scared to close your eyes and go to sleep. You sowed chaos, but Raw Tony is here to reap. He's the specter in the night. Turn your dreams to utter fright. You'll be running to the light. There's no safety from your plight. Never miss when you attack the king. Better yet, just kiss the ring. Shut your mouth and know your place. You never had a chance to win this race. Raw Tony haunts your dreams, can't you see? Hopping through the shadows quite eagerly. Close your eyes and go to sleep. You sowed chaos, but Raw Tony is here to reap. Yeah, yeah, reap. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. You were on his shows, then bailed. You tried to take him down and failed. You thought you could outshine the sun. Ended up cooked. Well done. Raw Tony haunts your dreams, can't you see? Can't you see? Hopping through the shadows quite eagerly. So close your eyes and go to sleep. You sowed chaos, but Raw Tony is here to reap. Yeah, 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 yeah.
What's up, meatbags? It's the often imitated, never duplicated, chosen one of CG, Chicano Stanley, bad guy, bad dude, bad actor, the lighthouse in the middle of the sea, leading you to Comicsgate Destiny, the great brown hope, the detractor pope, the Teflon frog, the king of the bog, the one, the only, the dipshit that calls himself Frog, motherfucking Tone. And as you can see, we are joined by Finnbar Saunders. Finnbar, what the fuck are you doing back here?
What's up, suckers?
Finnbar, you came at the perfect time.
Oh,
Because you don't know this. I didn't tell you this before the show. I haven't told you anything all week. I've actually kept this a secret from everybody, including you. But
Okay.
tonight, I'm going to do something that I never do.
Apologize.
I'm going to apologize. And not only am I
To
going
me?
to apologize, I'm going to apologize to Tommy Tallarico.
Oh shit.
what?
Isn't that crazy? Isn't
That's
that
it.
crazy that
It's
I
over,
have
guys.
I have an apology for Tommy Tallarico. And I think after I show you what I got to show you, I think you and every one of the Amiko detractors will also apologize to Tommy Tallarico. It's
Well,
crazy.
unless it's the Amiko being released, I'm not apologizing to nobody.
No. Trust me. When I tell you what this is, when I show you what this is, we definitely owe Tommy an apology because we were all wrong. I'm not afraid to say it right now before the show even really kicks off, but we were wrong about something, hugely wrong. We were so wrong that we actually owe Tommy an apology for it. It's crazy. It's insane. So we'll get to it. But how you been, Finnbar? Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you've been up to?
When was it last year? How long ago was it?
I think it was like last
A
year.
while ago, right? Nah,
Yeah.
so a few things have happened since then. Not many things I can go into, to be quite honest. In the very recent past, I was on Dead Guy's channel. I was playing John Constantine in Batman Damned comic dub. Did anybody see that? Did you guys watch that after I sent you the link? That'll be a no then.
Nope. It's too busy drawing.
Well, there's a link to it on Tony's feed, so go check it out because pretty proud of that.
Hell yeah. Sounds great.
Apart from that, nah, I haven't done anything else.
Uh-oh. Jay Wu says, anyone notice that Finnbar shows after some military incident happens? Last time is Maduro. This time Iran. Coincidence. I am noticing a pattern.
Pattern.
A pattern.
No, that was nothing to do with me. That was the IDF.
Next time we'll be Cuba, Mexico, Minnesota. I don't know.
This is the audience noticing on their own, okay? We didn't say shit.
I never say anything. But what's up, Lance? Says good evening, my Negroes. But hey, we actually have a membership gifting. Eric Winberg gifted us 5 Frog Tony memberships. Guys, get in on it. Get in because we got a lot of good things going on. On Wednesdays, we got the members only live streams that we do. Of course, we got the Ask Us Anything. We got 5 new people: Chilean, Justin Proper, Randy Silpin, No Name. Congratulations. I don't know why I only gave 4 people memberships. Do we have so many members that the computer can't give out the 5th one, or is the 5th one a secret? Either way,
we just have so few viewers.
No, that's not how it works. It's not about who's there live because obviously these people are not necessarily watching us right now. It's determined by subscribers, anyone who's commented on the streams or the videos, whatever.
That'll be why I've ended up with a Smash JT membership.
Yeah.
There you go, yeah.
So thank you, Eric. And as always,
I want Bob Dylan up on stage. Who the fuck are you?
and like I said, don't forget, Ask Us Anything. Tonight, we're going to go over the Ask Us Anything. However, going forward, we are no longer going to be doing it on Saturdays. We're going to be doing it on Thursdays. That way I am completely hammered by the end of the night. And then when we start answering questions, it'll be really good. Really good.
Good. I won't be there for that.
Sounds like a plan.
But TJ, how you doing? What you been up to, buddy?
I'm doing all right. I'm now on this new, how do I put this? This new high of looking for comic book related video games. So I replayed the Darkness. Remember that? Dale Keone drew that shit back in the Gap.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Yeah, I've heard about the game. I heard the game was pretty decent.
Very underrated. Like a lot of, how do I put this? A lot of current day first-person shooters got many things that exist in that game. A lot of mechanics there. You know, way ahead of its time, especially in the storytelling front. It's like you're playing as a Mamaluke, a Paisan, Jackie Estacado. He gets possessed by this creature, this demon thing called the Darkness.
I was gonna say, is it the darkness that he gets possessed by? The literal darkness?
Yeah.
Deadly Neurotoxin says, I remember that game. I remember seeing it. I never actually played it. Is it good though? Have you played it?
Oh, yeah, you should. If you like good storytelling and comic book related storytelling, play that shit.
Well, I should try that. I actually have a couple of games that I have to play because I was sent review copies of them, so I have to start doing that so I can put up some reviews when the embargoes lift. They do have embargoes on it. I'm not even allowed to tell you what games they are at this time.
You can tell us backstage.
It's crazy. I will tell you backstage after you sign an NDA. I had to sign an NDA, not just an embargo agreement. I had to sign an NDA. It's insane. So I got a lot of things going on, but I've been playing. I played Absalom after TJ recommended it.
Hell yeah.
Good, but right. It is a good game. It's a great beat 'em up. I love the sort of roguelike mechanics, right? To add power-ups to your different things. Like, so you could add like fire to your attacks or like lightning to your strikes or whatever, right? And it's got different 4 different characters that you can eventually unlock Only 2 are unlocked at the beginning. You got to find the other 2. They're not that hard to get. What I hate, though, what I absolutely hate is it's a beat 'em up, and obviously you're gonna take damage, you're gonna lose life. It's got the roguelike elements, so you could eventually get like 1-ups essentially, right? That'll revive you when you die, and you could power those up, so it goes from 25% to 50 to 75 to 100% when you die, right? But the last boss, the true last boss, is Absalom, right? Spoiler, but the true last boss is Absalom. If you make it to that boss, it automatically kills your current guy, right? So if you make it to the last boss with 50% health, 10%, 100% health, it automatically kills your character in a cutscene. There's no blocking, there's no avoiding it. It's a cutscene that kills your character, which means if you make it to the last boss and you don't have any extra lives, you lose. You just lose. There's no second chances. There's no continues. So you go through the whole game. You play your 3 levels. You beat the sub boss, which is the final boss, until you realize there's a true ending. And if you make it through all that and you barely scrape by, and you're like, okay, I scraped by, but I got my last life, and it's got like 75% health. Maybe I could do some damage. Maybe I could use my skill to beat this final boss, get the true ending. And the game just says no.
Nope.
You don't have an extra life. You're not allowed to fight the last boss. So I think that is a very bad mechanic. It is unnecessary, right? Because again, the last boss is pretty hard, and you would have to be really skilled to beat it. So even if you had like low health, like the odds of you beating the last boss with low health is really slim. So the game should just let you try. But the fact that it's like, no, even if you have 100% health and you get to the last boss, you have no extra lives, you just lose. And you got to start all over again. So
what does it say when you come to that point then and you've still got a full health bar?
Nothing. The cutscene just plays. So the boss shows up, it shoots off this like huge wave of energy. Your guy gets hit with it, and it just takes all your life, and then you just die, and then the game just because the mechanic is that when you die, you get revived at the beginning of this safe zone or whatever, right? So it just gives you the little it sucks that you die, but don't worry, you have another chance at life and live again, my child. The little fucking
rise again.
Yeah, basically. So it's like, again, unnecessary, because you would have to be super, super fucking skilled or super lucky or just have a really broken build to even beat the last boss with low health. So they should just let you attempt it, right? I mean, there's really no harm in it. And
I would pick that PS5 up and throw it at the fucking TV. Break both.
And it's not like it's a single player game. It's not like it's not like a live service game or anything. So you beat the game. So it's not like, oh man, I beat the game now. Like so it just seems stupid and
I think that's what I did. I just played it once and I'm like, yep, that's fine. I'll come back to it later. If I'm in the mood.
And then finally, so I did beat the game, and it really is like, it's good, but it's not good enough to get you to keep playing. It's like, yeah, I beat it. Okay. There's other things to do. There's like little missions that have like story related content to like sort of flesh out the characters, because there really is no story other than, hey, there's this world and this evil guy is like trying to take over all the magic and imprison the magic, stop them. And then you just kind of get thrust out in there. So like the game fleshes out the characters as you play. But if you beat the game and then you just stop, like you could beat the game without having fleshed out all the characters or even know what the hell is going on. Right. What's up, Malik? 9 months. But it is good. It is good beat 'em up. I like it. It's a lot more refined than the Marvel. The Marvel beat 'em up feels stiffer to me, and it feels confined.
Oh God.
Absalom feels way better. It feels more like Streets of Rage.
Yes.
Like, the sprites are bigger. Everything feels more fluid. There's different combos. There's different ways to interact with the characters. The dodge button, the skill button, the regular attack button, jumping attacks, jumping skills, the ultimates, the super ultimates. There's so much going on with those characters that it's like and they feel completely different from
The
each other.
soundtrack, man. This is the
What
best
is this?
shit.
Is this the game you're talking about with the fuck you mechanic at the end?
Yeah,
That's the one.
You know they had a fuck you mechanic in Streets of Rage. Do you remember that? If you took the
Yes,
deal?
it's a beat 'em up staple. The fuck you mechanic.
yeah, but the Streets of Rage, at least that was like an arcade game. You could put another quarter in it, right?
No, on the Genesis, as you call it, it had that.
Yeah, but I
mechanic.
think that was in the actual arcade game too. Because Streets of Rage, wasn't it in the arcade? The
I don't
first
know.
one?
I don't think so. I don't remember it being in the arcade. I think you've remembered that wrong.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different. Yeah, you might be right. Maybe Streets of Rage never was in the arcade. Maybe it is just.
It might have been, but it was Mega Drive. Genesis first. Does anybody know what I mean by Mega Drive? You know,
Yeah.
DJ.
Sega,
You know what
yeah.
you mean?
That's the real name, the correct name.
The Sega Genesis.
Only you guys called it the Genesis.
Actually, yeah, it was Mega Drive over here.
Everybody else called it Mega Drive.
Well, everyone else was just wrong. I mean, if you're gonna go like that, well, then the game was bare knuckles, is what you're really talking about. Because Streets of Rage is just what they call it in the Western world.
Yeah, but I wasn't talking about the game name. Ben Spastic's agreeing with me. Says Streets of Rage wasn't arcade. I didn't think it was either.
Hmm.
I think if it ever was, it would have been one of those, do you know, like when they would have like the console port in the arcade and you could, you know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
like that Mario game. Do you remember?
Yeah, I don't know. It was in the arcade though, because it literally says on the Wikipedia page, platforms arcade.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. I can't be bothered looking it up. In fact, fuck it, I'm going to look it up. Don't believe you.
Unless it's a different, because it says Streets of Rage and it says platforms and it has arcade listed. Unless it was like Streets of Rage 2 that was in the arcade. Yeah, Streets of Rage 2 was in the arcade.
But not the first one.
wasn't. Yeah.
No, I'm not going to bother then, since you admitted it.
He's correct. Sega couldn't name it Mega Drive in the US due to trademark concerns.
Yep.
Anyway, it had a fuck you mechanic. This game has a fuck you mechanic. I think it's dumb. I think it's pointless. But yeah, it is fun. And the roguelike elements aren't enough to keep me playing over and over again. But it is fun. I beat it. I got it on sale, so it wasn't even full price. I think I paid less than $20 for it. So the other game I'm playing, Triangle Strategy. It is it's like Final Fantasy Tactics, right? But there is literally, and I'm not saying this lightly, literally like an hour between each fight of just fucking the characters talking. Like the whole Game of Thrones story where like, this guy is going against that guy and his story and that story. So it's just like you're just sitting there literally for like an hour of like hearing all these people like talking.
Visual novel.
Yeah, it feels more like
no.
a book or a movie. Like I'm watching a movie with gameplay rather than like gameplay with little bits of movie in it. It's fucking ridiculous. But I mean, it is fun. Again, it is a fun game, and I do enjoy the gameplay mechanics. But we got a $5 donation from Kofi from Dennis Rodriguez. He says, we'll catch up later with the stream. How long can TJ hold a high ho? TJ, how long can you do a high ho?
Hi ho!
I love how it is getting lower. I could still hear him. It was just like the volume kept going down.
I think the
Betrayal!
volume messed up.
What? Betrayal! Betrayed me!
He was having to reach down into his lower colon for the air there for the last
Yeah.
part.
Broken said 7 seconds. TJ, we're gonna get you to do that. This is gonna be you for the fans.
Betrayal! What? Betrayal! Betrayed me!
I'm gonna be Angry Joe in this scenario, and you're just gonna be going hi ho. You're gonna see a midget walk up on you, and you're just gonna start going hi ho as loud as you can.
That pisses him off, apparently.
I mean, what can you say? When you get outed as being a literal dwarf, it hurts. It hurts. E is reviewing Norfolka. Nice. I'll check that out later. But we got some stuff to go through. Are you ready? Are you ready for the reason why you need to apologize to Tommy Tellerico, Finnbar?
Yeah, late on me.
Oh shit!
Can't wait for this.
So you remember way back, it's years now, years. My kid had not even gone to high school yet when this game was announced, when this system was announced, right? And among the things announced was a Harlem Globetrotters basketball game. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
You remember
Among
that?
many things. What was the
Okay,
one you had a bet with him about? Was that a
That was
baseball?
that was baseball.
Right. So it's not this
Okay,
one.
but remember when the Harlem Globetrotters game was announced, when Tommy was like, hey, we're working with the Harlem Globetrotters. And remember how we all laughed?
Well, he had the
about
logo and everything, so he must have had some kind of deal in place.
Yeah, but remember how we laughed about it? We said it was stupid, it was pointless, and like no one knows who the Harlem Globetrotters are, and blah blah blah. Remember that? We were really mean about it. We were like,
I didn't laugh.
You laughed. Everyone laughed. We were all like, this is a stupid fucking license, and it's pointless, and it makes no sense. Right?
No, I heard all you laughing, and I thought he's gonna make those guys have egg on their face. I'm sure of it, and I think I might be right.
Well, you're not right, but I will say it was stupid of us to laugh at it because apparently the Harlem Globetrotters is a huge fucking thing still here in 2026 because this is Fox News. Fox News is covering Harlem Globetrotters to be featured in video game as part of Centennial Season. Harlem Globetrotters are celebrating their 100th season. This was published on March 9th, one day before my birthday, 2026. So Fox News is covering the Harlem Globetrotters getting in a video game. And apparently, Jeff Jarrett. Pro wrestling legend Jeff Jarrett talks Harlem Globetrotters video game. You might not know this, Finnbar, but Jeff Jarrett has invested in Acclaim.
Has he? I thought Acclaim was defunct.
No, Acclaim came back. Oh, you missed it. You weren't here. Acclaim has come back. They're back. Jeff Jarrett and a bunch of other people have invested in Acclaim. They're coming back with a bunch of games. One of them is called Super Basketball or something like that. Super Basketball Classic. And it is starring the Harlem Globetrotters. So had Tommy Tellerico actually came out with the Harlem Globetrotters game, he might have been able to get like Jeff Jarrett, Fox News. He might have actually gotten some fucking momentum over it.
Should bring back NBA Jam if it's Acclaim.
We should bring back Barkley Shut Up and Jam. Remember that?
You know what? How did I answer the first question first? You know, this is my 40th year in professional wrestling. April 6th of 86 is how I dove into it. Early in my career, early 90s, Acclaim was a big part of the wrestling industry. And so from, you know, my relationships in the gaming industry, from being a talent and then at TNA Entertainment, we did our own. So I was executive producer and really worked in every facet. And I've obviously been on promotions and marketing junkets and all the kind of different stuff that come with gaming. So I've always loved it. And an executive sitting around a table back early 2000.
Wow, he even rambles in his fucking interviews. Like just get to the point, Jeff.
And you know, he started giving out numbers. It was kind of a diverse meeting, and that the gaming industry is bigger than Hollywood. As a business executive, I stood up and I went, "Wow!" But as time has gone on, I've met different folks in the gaming industry and Acclaim. When Alex and the team came together and they reached out and said, "Hey, we want you to be a part of it," I was humbled and jumped at the opportunity because the Acclaim brand, you know, they in so many ways they defined in today's world arcade and just everything about it. And so I was really attracted to the brand and super excited to be a part of you know, the revolution.
All right. He's super excited to be part of some revolution about
Evolution,
games, blah, 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 blah.
the relaunch.
It's enough, Jeff. Says the Harlem Globetrotters will release a video game later this year as the legendary team celebrates its centennial season. Acclaim announced on Monday. Super Basketball Classics featuring the world famous Harlem Globetrotters That's literally the name of the game. Is set to give sports fans the ability to pick up and play whether they're on PC or console. So the Harlem Globetrotters are going to be coming to both PC and console gamers. It's insane.
Yeah, but to say we owe Tommy an apology is a stretch, isn't it? Really?
I owe him an apology because I said it was stupid that no one cared about the Harlem Globetrotters. Like, clearly this would never work. No one would want to see a Harlem Globetrotters game. That was like 6 years ago, though, right? Who knew that 6 years later I would be wrong?
8 years ago, 2020, right?
Yeah, 2020, which is 6 years ago.
All right,
2026.
1:30 in the morning. Sorry, I meant to say 2018. Was it not 2018?
No, that was when it was announced, but the Harlem Globetrotter game was announced 2 years later.
Oh.
Remember, he didn't have the Globetrotter game at the beginning. That was announced as part of his, we're announcing all this shit, all these games. What is funny, though, that on the Harlem Globetrotters website, there is no Intellivision announcement. There's an announcement for this game, but there's no Intellivision announcement. So,
Well, damn.
I don't know if it's coming to Amiko home. It doesn't say anything about mobile, though the game does look like it probably could run on mobile. It says we can find a lot of things, but it's pick up and play. So whether it's a half-court shot from almost out of bounds or up in the stands and all the interaction, you're going to have the whole wow factor, which I think for a guy who sits down and just wants to game for a little while off his couch, that's important. Jeff Jarrett, pro wrestling legend and founder of the revived Acclaim company, told Fox News Digital in a recent interview. Man, Jeff Jarrett went from wrestling, owning a wrestling company, to trying to sell me gold, to doing a bunch of really sketchy things, to now reviving Acclaim. I didn't see that on my bingo card.
What an illustrious career.
Yeah. You know what's so weird about the whole thing? You would think that Jeff Jarrett would be pushing for an Acclaim wrestling game, right? Jeff Jarrett, Fried Wrestling.
But what, like Fire Pro, kind of like that, just a generic one?
No, I think there's enough.
They made AEW already, right? Like the same Ukes. Remember Ukes? They made the AEW, and it turned out a bit meh.
Yeah, but Acclaim there's some old wrestling games from Acclaim, so they could just reskin an old Acclaim wrestling game. And I think there's enough free agents out there, right? We seen with JCW, there's enough free agents that they can grab.
Tell Violent J to get on that. We need another backyard wrestling.
Yeah, there you go. Get another backyard wrestling, or what the hell was it? They had like the WWE. Didn't they do the arcade game? The WWE arcade?
Acclaim. Yeah.
See?
That was Acclaim.
So they should definitely do another wrestling game. Could you imagine Jeff Jarrett? He could be the champ. I feel like I deserve an apology. What do you deserve an apology for, Stray Beans?
Sorry, Stray. I don't know.
I wonder if the legendary Chuck Dixon is a fan of the world famous Harlem Globetrotters. We got Video Games Live is coming back. I think it's going to be in Florida in a couple months. Someone should definitely go out and ask Tommy.
Wait, is he still doing it?
You didn't know he's still doing it?
No, I thought he was in Gibraltar playing backgammon under a different name, a pseudonym. I didn't know he was still doing VGL.
Yeah, it's still out there. March 14th. So today, he's in Lakeland, Florida.
With a backing band that he's not going to pay.
See, look, on tour now. March 14th in Lakeland, Florida.
Buy a ticket.
College Station, Texas on March 22nd. March 23rd, he's in College Station again. He's going to be in Huntsville, Alabama on the 25th of April. And on May 29th, he'll be in Austin. He's not coming over here. He's nowhere near my area.
What's the VIP experience that you get to ride his Ferrari?
You get to talk to him. He's already sold out. Look at it. They got one sold out concert already.
Yeah, but they don't tell you that the Rudder Theatre holds 50 people.
See, look, he's still in the little thing.
Yeah.
The VIP. Are you the ultimate gamer and want special access to the most popular video game concert in the world? How about a presentation of how the show is made and what goes on behind the scenes? Are you interested in no waiting, special front-of-the-line access to the post-show meet and greet with the performers and special guests? How about a laminated pass and VIP package of exclusive merchandise? Then here's your chance. I wish I was actually hoping that he would do a VGL here in Chicago, so I can bring the shell to Tommy and get him to sign it.
Sign it.
Get
Oh,
it.
shit.
26.
What's
Pulling
that
up.
name? What's that name he goes under now?
He had several of them.
What was the last one? The funny one.
No, they were all funny. I forget what it was.
Anyway, get him to sign it with that name because he's already got his original name on the shell.
I get him to sign it as 2 Chairs Tommy. Tommy 2 Chairs. Let me see. Because I remember they outed him for his fake name, and then he started using a different fake name.
Yeah, who was it? Was it Amiko that outed him?
No, it was the guys on the Reddit.
Oh, your Reddit that got taken from you.
The one I gave up. It wasn't taken from me. I fell on my sword.
Because you were right wing.
Yeah,
Remember?
because I was too right wing. Even though everyone wants to call me an SJW, but I'm too right wing. I'm looking right now.
You were a right
Funny
wing
that.
SJW. Gay Nazi.
How is it that they got so much? How is there so much activity for this fucking console that's dead? There's more activity on the Intellivision Amiko subreddit than on the Ripperverse subreddit. There really is. Like, there's like
Globetrotters are losing morale. Them.
these guys are like so active. It's like it's ridiculous for a console that never came out, and Tommy stopped talking about it, and everyone else stopped talking about it. For them to still, right?
Sammy Salazar. That's it. That's the name.
There it is.
I was
Salazar,
driving.
yeah.
I was driving back. I had my daughter in the back seat. Was driving back from Glasgow today earlier, and she put Aerosmith on, and I said, "Do you remember who Tommy Tallarico is?" And she went, "Yeah." I went, "That's his cousin." And she went, "What?"
Even your kid is probably going to be all grown up before this thing is over. Man,
Yeah. She remembers it though.
my kid does too. I mentioned it the other day. My kid's like, "Man, thing's still not out." I'm
Had
like,
you
"No."
still going on about that shit?
Yeah. My kid's almost able to drink. My kid will
Holy
be legally
shit.
able to drink at the end of this year, right?
Just let it go, Dad.
We're gonna crack open.
No, that
the
motherfucker
QR
owes me a
and-
company.
Yeah, he does. I should be the CEO. Damn it. All right, this is one for you, Finnbar. This is gonna hit you, and I don't know if this affects TJ. It might. I forget where the. No, I think he's under the other rating system, but the video game PEGI age ratings are
PEGI, yeah.
changing in Europe, and it's probably not good news for EA Sports FC. Loot boxes and in-game purchases targeted. So they're cracking down. I guess they're gonna make games PEGI 18.
So they're
They got
making
Good.
they're making EA Sports FC an 18.
Actually, based.
Yeah.
No, what would be best, TJ, if they took the fucking loot boxes out, full stop? You know,
I mean, if they can't take out the loot boxes, they might as well do this, right?
Yeah, I think they're trying to force it because obviously the government can't stop them from putting loot boxes.
They're discouraging the game companies from adding loot boxes. This is the
Well, it's not
correct
just
thing.
discouraging them; they're making it. It's should be illegal or not. Kids shouldn't be able to buy those games, right? Because of the loot
Yeah.
boxes. So, and I don't
Yeah,
know
but you
how
try-
the like here again. If you put on the PlayStation, I don't know how the Xbox and obviously PC works differently, but on the PlayStation, if you put an account and that account is under 18, it will not let them play games that are rated 18 or mature.
yeah.
So this could be the same thing, right? It says video game age ratings are about to change in Europe. The Pan-European Game Information, is that what I never even knew what it stood for? The PEGI rating. Age
they're
rating
right.
body, better known as PEGI, which determines the age ratings for games everywhere in Europe apart from Germany, is about to make arguably the most significant update in its history. Why is Germany not included? They got their own rating?
Germany's got a different rating system. I don't know why, but it's the big, it's like a big amber warning sign German games have got on them. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
It looks fucking ridiculous.
I would just figure that they would just adopt one or the other, right? It's got to be some political thing or something where like someone's getting money and we're like, oh, we can't give up our rating system because we make a bunch of money, right? Yeah. In June this year, 4 new categories are being added to the age rating criteria, which will attempt to tackle elements of addictive designs in games, unmonitored online communication, and the big one, paid content in a game, including systems like loot boxes. The results of these changes will mean that games like EA Sports FC, which is routinely awarded a PEGI 3 rating, but comes with a separate in-app purchases warning because of the Ultimate Team blind bag card packs the game sells, will now likely be targeted PEGI 16. I don't think it's really going to do anything. If it's not PEGI 18, I don't think that it's going to affect kids' ability to play the game.
No, they should put tits in it if they're going to make it a PEGI 16.
Titty soccer
or cocaine, or have like a footballer doing a line of cocaine off the goal line.
Extreme gore, right?
Yeah,
or like disturbing imagery.
That's so you're saying is bring back Mutant League Football? Got it.
No, but have it based in reality, because like if you go back, you just won't know. If you go back in the past, you could have the Eric Cantona doing a karate kick on a fan in the stands and things like that, things of that nature.
What?
You don't know because you're not a soccer fan. But there was a footballer who, when he got sent off, was being taunted by one of the opposing team's fans, and he went into the stand and karate kicked him in the head.
Whoa!
You know who I'm talking about, TJ?
No, it's
on YouTube probably. Cantona kicks fan in head.
Did he get like?
That must have been
he got banned.
vicious.
Yeah. He got quite severely reprimanded.
Send people to a
He was a
coma.
legend.
He's a legend because he soccer
Not because of that. He was an exceptional footballer. He was a troubled artist, man. It's not his fault.
It says he kung fu kicks, not karate
Kung fu kicked, yeah. Well, whatever.
You can kick.
You know, Iraq, Iran. What the hell's the difference? Oh, you found it. Collar up like that. Look, see the way he wears his collar. He was so cool, man. He always wore his collar. Look at his collar on his shirt. He always flipped it up and wore it like that. I used to copy that.
Man, how long is this fucking clip? I just want to see the fucking kung fu kick.
It's coming up here. You can see the guy making gestures towards him. There you go. Look.
I think also they're already on edge, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
there you go. Look.
Damn.
I think they replay. They missed the actual kick, but they show it in the replay. I think.
Bam! There it is.
I can have that. You prick.
Oof.
Yeah, he's got studs.
Yeah.
He's lucky his foot didn't get stuck in. That's crazy.
What a legend. There you go. Have some of that.
Look at that.
He probably
did a
done himself.
roundhouse.
Yeah, it does now. Yeah, can't disagree with that.
It looked like he was doing like a Liu Kang, like he fucking flew out there. Says that PEGI director General Dirk Bosmans explained the changes to me this week, saying they were issues that had been on the company's radar for some time, and that cues were taken from Germany's rating board, USK, which implemented similar strategies a couple years ago. Criteria 1, in-app purchases. If a game contains time-limited or quantity-limited paid systems, like a paid battle pass, where rewards disappear after a certain time, meaning there's pressure exerted for people to return and play, it will get a PEGI 12 rating. I don't know if you've seen Finnbar, but the new wrestling game, the new WWE game, has a fucking battle pass.
Is it not always had those?
No.
When you say battle
This
pass,
recent.
do you mean like a season pass? Is that what you're talking about?
No, a battle pass. So you buy a battle pass, right? And it unlocks things. You have to play the game and you get like XP for playing matches. And then at so many XP, you unlock things on the battle pass.
Right.
And then if you want to unlock it early, it's $150 to unlock everything without actually playing through the game to get it. And so you're buying the NWO edition to get the NWO characters, but they're on a battle pass, so you still have to play the game and unlock them in order to get the things that you paid for.
They're still forcing you to grind, even though you pay.
Don't they still have that the booster
No,
thing. They
not
don't
this
have that
year.
anymore.
Nope.
Hasn't
This
this
is the
game
first year
had
they got rid of it.
awful reviews so far?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
why
everybody's shitting on
most of it
Oh,
is the
well.
battle pass
I'm not
stuff.
missing anything.
And I think the Road to Glory mode or whatever the fuck they're calling it is kind of lame this year. They said so.
I mean, if it's done by the same writers of the actual WWE, of course it's going to be trash.
Well, last year's was trash too, where it's like, the My Season or whatever, where you go through the game and you play a custom character. It's like all the choices were lame. They're making you like team up with some of the minor characters. Like it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. It says, note, Fortnite already has a PEGI 12 rating, and there will be other games in a similar situation where the age rating won't change because of this, but there will be additional descriptors to highlight these systems. What else do we got? Criteria 1B or 2, paid random items. This is loot boxes. So your average card pack systems, gotcha systems, but also keys to unlock the random items. We try to close the loopholes. If a game sells these things, it will be rated PEGI 16. The rating goes up to PEGI 18 for, and again, this is mostly a mobile thing, social casino games. I think the football, didn't they call it like a social casino thing?
Yeah, fantasy football, right?
Yeah. Because it's like it is like a fantasy football league thing.
But the social casino ones that don't involve real money, though, right?
Well, none of it involves real money. You buy fake currency to then use in like casino stuff.
Yeah. So the football thing, the loot boxes in football and the social casino shouldn't be any different then.
Yeah, but see, what I'm saying is like the loot boxes in and of itself would be one rating, and they're saying, but no, like social casino would be like unlocking things to then gamble on, like where you could trade them and use them to unlock other stuff.
Right.
We will not rule out in the future that if the PEGI 7 will mitigating circumstances for in-game purchases works, that if companies would develop in-game controls that put access to paid loot boxes off by default, we might see a PEGI 12. But for the moment, that doesn't exist. Criteria 3, play by appointment. This is a criteria attempting to get addictive designs in games. In this case, games that incentivize or pressurize you to return to them. The essence of what PEGI is trying to capture is this. Quote, when kids tell their parents, I have to play this today because I want to continue my streak, or there's a daily quest that I have to play.
Yep. Fuck that shit, man.
That was what Warcraft was like. World of Warcraft. You have to come back.
That's a lot of games. I remember I was playing the what the hell is that big one that's on PlayStation? The online fucking
Final Fantasy?
No. The anime one. That's
Genshin
like
Impact. You were playing Genshin Impact.
Yeah, Genshin Impact. Yeah. It was the same thing. It was like, oh shit, there's daily. So then I would just play the game.
Shit. Yeah.
Like I would have no time, but I was like, oh, I got 15 minutes. I got to do these dailies real quick. And it's just nonsense grinding.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Criteria 4, online community. Online toxicity is a topic of huge concern in games, and this is an attempt to get at it. But like addictive design elements, it's hard to pin down. You can't control what someone might say online. You can, however, retroactively moderate or punish someone because of that. That's why this category is mostly calling out games with no protections, such as that in place.
Oh, Call of Duty.
If a game has unrestricted communication, it gets a PEGI 18. If they wouldn't have any possibility to restrict text, voice, or video or other chat, then the game would get an 18. Man, there goes Roblox.
Yep.
Well, even Minecraft, because you can share a server with somebody, and I could draw a big picture of a cock using blocks, right?
Yeah,
which would make it pornographic. PEGI 18.
PEGI 18.
It's not the worst
Road
thing.
to Glory must be the San Francisco gay version. What? Says Lance.
All this stuff happening in Europe and the EU and in the UK is not the worst of it, because you can't even fucking goon these days without the government getting involved. Block porn and everything.
I mean, they should. Porn is damaging to the psyche.
Actually, Why not? It's a good thing.
You don't need porn.
What that they're blocking? You think it's bad? It's good that they're blocking porn,
Yep.
but then I can't watch porn.
You buy a DVD.
That
Fuck
may be
hell, man.
adults
How many
will find a way
steps
to
does
do
it
it,
take?
and it's not easy for the kids to find it.
Analog that shit.
All these
Yeah.
steps I've got to go through. I'll be flaccid by that point.
You have a
See,
wife,
it's a
Finnbar.
good
Just
thing.
walk
Can't
in
wait
the
to-
room and go, honey, I can't watch porn anymore. I'm gonna need to
Yeah, your wife can take care of you now.
Oh yeah, great.
Fucking Finnbar.
20 years, man.
All right. So we got Valve argues loot boxes widely used not just in video games but in tangible world, as it expresses quote disappointment over New York State lawsuit.
Oh, okay. So this is what Quantum Videos was talking about.
Yeah, we think the transferability of a digital game item is good for consumers. It says following recent news, the state of New York is suing Valve over its implementation of loot boxes, which New York Attorney General Letitia James has described as illegal gambling. Remember
Thanks.
when what was it, Eric July, or was it the quartering that called her Letitia?
Oh, quartering.
Because remember, there's that actress from the Black Panther,
Right.
and her name is Letitia. He's like Letitia. She described it as illegal gambling. The Steam owner has shared a lengthy public statement saying it's disappointed at the decision and doesn't believe the mystery boxes in its games violate the state's gambling laws. Why does Steam care? Here's what I don't get. Like, why are they suing Steam? Shouldn't they be suing the games individually? Like, Steam is just a platform, right?
Steam has all the money, man.
Because they're getting a cut. Is that why they're suing them?
Oh yeah. Well, they host it though, right? So
Yeah. In its statement, Valve says it first heard from the New York Attorney General regarding its virtual items and mystery boxes, as seen in the likes of Counter-Strike 2 and Dota 2 in early 2023, and that, in response, it noted such boxes were widely used, not just in video games, but in the tangible world as well, where generations have grown up opening baseball card packs and blind boxes and bags, and then trading and selling the items they received. Oh my God, Valve is arguing the exact same thing that I said, guys. Valve is saying that, hey, trading cards and Pokemon cards and all those packs are exactly like loot boxes. Isn't it funny? When I say that, but I add a negative connotation to it, and everyone goes, no, fuck you, Tony. You don't know what you're talking about. Pokemon packs are not like loot boxes. You guys all get on my case, but I'm sure all of you are going, yeah, Valve, we agree with you. They shouldn't be suing you because that's exactly like Pokemon cards. Fucking hypocrites.
This is why Mint was correct. We are noticers.
Yeah, this is bullshit. They need to go after those casino sponsors. They definitely need to go after.
Oh yeah.
America once banned alcohol. How did that work out? It actually worked out pretty well. Okay.
I'll have people fucking moving video games around in tunnels under the city.
The speakeasies for video games.
Yeah.
You'll have the Al Capone of video games.
Says on the physical side, Valve elaborates. Popular products used in this way include baseball cards, Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, and Labubu. In the game space, digital packs similar to our boxes date back to 2004 and are in widespread use. Players don't have the open mystery boxes to play Valve games. Players don't have to open mystery boxes to play Valve games. In fact, most of you don't open any boxes at all and just play the games because the items in the boxes are purely cosmetic. There is no disadvantage to a player not spending money. Yeah, there is the disadvantage of not looking cool, right?
Yes, and the
Yeah,
social
that's what it's
pressure
all about. Yeah.
of not looking cool. And then sometimes the extra stats.
Well, the only way they have to get Tony is just by making it a Marvel character. And they've got him.
I don't know how much money I spent, but it has to be over.
Too fucking much. Too much.
I'm going to say at least $300 in Fortnite skin.
Could have bought 3 games with that shit.
But they were like Marvel skins. And they're like, oh my God, look, like you get the whole like pack.
Shit.
And then I had to get the battle passes so I could unlock the different skins. Look, TJ, I love Marvel shit. And if I'm gonna play Fortnite, I want to look like the Hulk with the cool Hulk armor.
I blame this on Marvel for not making enough video games.
We needed every variation of Wolverine's costume.
Yeah, I'm the player that whoops people's asses with the default character. I'm just someone with too much money and not enough sense. Like I always say that I won't buy it. Like I don't need this, and I go, "Wow, that's cool. I want that. I want that Spider-Man." Even though it does offer 0 advantages, I still want it, right? And I think it's because I have the money. Like if I was poor, I would not buy any. Like I'm not buying like Fortnite skins, and then like, oh man, I can't. I'm eating bologna sandwiches for all week. No, I'm like, I got extra money. I just fucking buy a Fortnite skin. Who cares, right? You know, ever since I haven't been able to send food to OnlyFans models, I got to buy Fortnite skins, guys. You know, money's got to go somewhere. It's got to stay in
That's the better thing. It's a better thing to do it anyway.
But no, on a serious note, I think I spent, and this is insane to say, but like $300 on Fortnite skins for Marvel shit, at least. And I hate to admit this, but like $500 on the Marvel mobile games. That's all of them. That's not just one. That's all of them.
I think I ended up getting a Fortnite gift pack off you as well.
Yeah. I gave all you guys the gift pack.
Yeah.
Because we were playing Fortnite together. I was like, well, fuck it. If we're all going to play, here's the fucking like premium pass for everybody.
I'm trying to remember if I spent any real money on it. I think I might have. But I don't remember what on. I gave up on that game really quick.
I played it for a couple months and then I gave up on it.
I'm still mad that Cosmic Invasion turned out to be trash. I don't know why. The only 3 beat 'em up games ever that are good are Fists of Rage and fucking Absalom and Dragon's Crown.
The frog is a whale. Yeah, sometimes. So 1044 means no monsters next month. No, 1044 is just what we've earned. If we want no monsters next month, we got it. If we hit 1500, then we'll go no monsters next month. Yeah, I'll fix the banner so you guys will. Because this is for the entire year so far.
So you get 16 days.
Yeah. I mean, 16 days to get another, was it $456? We could do it.
I don't think they can do it.
We could do it. We've done it before.
I don't think they can.
How many more Thursdays we got coming up? We got at least, what? Shit. We got at least 2 more Thursdays. So, yeah, we could hit this easy. Easy to hit 400. We could 1,500 like nothing. It says, I'll make videos drawing Marvel characters, Tony, and you could co-fi me the money. Sketchbook, I will definitely. If you draw Marvel characters, but they got to be ones I request, right? Obviously, if I'm going to pay you, or at least give me a loot box system where you're like, hey, I'll roll a dice or I'll spin a wheel for the different characters, right? And I'll pay money. Like, here's $5. Spin the wheel and see which character you draw.
The only thing I would ask those sketches, make them with an exaggerated bulge, please.
The only difference I can think of that makes it different is that cards have a limited print run. Is there a limit on these digital items? No, there's not. Yeah, people give me shit when I said Pokemon cards and the quarter machines at the corner store, like the football helmets and the stickers. I don't care about this, but they need to curb online gambling. That is appearing everywhere. Yeah, the online gambling shit, the like the websites and all that were like, hey, and they got all the ads like, look, I just put a fucking parlay and I just made $1,000. It's so easy. To go to fucking stupidgamblingidiots.com. It's like, oh, man, especially because kids don't know any better, right?
I don't think it was legal in the States. Online gambling, is it legal?
No, it's legal now. They've done away with a lot of that stuff. Even the off-track betting. Like off-track betting used to be a thing that you couldn't really do. Now you can basically like bet on horse races, like fucking online.
Joe
Rogan
Rogan
don't be at the horse track anymore.
You can bet on wrestling as well.
Yeah, but I'm saying like horse racing was a big thing where you had to basically be there to bet on it. and then they started doing the off-track betting, the OTB. And now I'm pretty sure you can do online. Like you can buy lottery tickets online and shit now. Like you don't even have to go to the store to buy lottery tickets in the US.
Imagine Joe Rogan. He advertises this shit. This is how fucked this is. It's all over.
Yeah, online gambling already hooked John Malin.
Shit.
Damn.
It's so easy too. It's addictive. Like I have no proof. Obviously, I have no proof of this. But I'm pretty sure that these online sites probably have something in their coding where, like, when you register, you're new, they like let you win a little bit, right? To get you excited. Like, oh man, I won like $20. Oh, I won $10. And then so you keep playing, and you're chasing that high again, right?
I thought you were going to say I have no proof, but I think that's where all the super killer money went. Vito fucking gambled it all.
No, I know where the super killer money went.
Into crypto.
In the crypto, in the fucking Uber Eats. Uber Eats is addicting too, because it's real easy. I Uber Eated fucking some pizzas today. It's Pi Day, so there was like pizzas were only $3.14. I was like, oh, let me get a couple pizzas, and I was like, well, while I'm getting pizzas, I might as well grab some Monsters. I was like, oh shit, they also got fucking ice cream there, so I grabbed some ice cream. Like $50 later, I'm like, shit, how did I order $50 worth? I was getting a $3 pizza. How did I end up with like a $50 Uber Eats order?
Just to yourself.
That's why I'd rather cook.
All got sent to yourself, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't just for me. It was for my my kid's girlfriend and all that. It sure didn't go on salad at the grocery store. Shut up, someone go. I'm fit, baby. Frog Tony's promoting gambling. Oh my god. Yeah, don't forget code FROG at checkout, and they'll give you an additional 5 tokens. It says Valve does not cooperate with gambling sites. To date, we've locked over 1 million Steam accounts that were being misused by third parties in connection with gambling, fraud, and theft. We've also shipped features like trade reversal and trade cooldown to discourage gambling sites' ability to operate and protect Steam users from fraud. And we forbid any gambling-related businesses to participate in or sponsor tournaments for our games. There's a big online gambling tournament that's going on that fucking Howie Mandel was like all over the radio, like fucking advertising it.
God damn.
Which is weird because I haven't heard anything from Howie Mandel in years, and like he's just on my radio, like, "Hey, we're doing a big fucking online gambling thing. This is Howie Mandel, like the voice of Bobby from Bobby's World. That Howie Mandel."
You misunderstood. You misunderstood Samba. He wasn't talking about you spending money at the grocery store. He's talking about the super killer money.
Oh, that's right. That's the super killer money. All right, I got you. You had me until you said my girlfriend. The frog is a free man. He doesn't. I didn't say my girlfriend. I said my kid's girlfriend. My not trans daughter is lesbian girlfriend. It says, "Bell, you haven't heard about that, have you, Finnbar?"
About what?
The people that say that they don't talk about people's families are attacking me because my kid had a trans phase. And
okay,
I'm a terrible dad now because of that, because I didn't beat my kid and force them to conform to societal norms. Instead, I let that person decide on their own and learn from their mistakes. I'm terrible.
Well, you're Hitler, so.
It says Valve adds that it has serious concerns with many of the alterations to the New York AG claims are necessary to make its games, including making its loot boxes and their content non-transferable. They appear to assume digital mystery boxes and items in our games are different from tangible items like baseball card packs, which contain random cards. Valve continues. Do kids even buy baseball cards anymore?
No, they never did in the UK. Baseball's gay.
Not here either. Not kids, at least. Adults.
Damn it! This is where I need an American on panel besides myself. I know here, like when I was a kid, I don't even like baseball, so don't even ask me why. But I don't even like baseball. I never liked baseball. My dad would force me to go like baseball games and to be in Little League and all that shit. But for whatever reason, I was collecting baseball cards. Everyone in the neighborhood collected baseball cards. We would sit around. We'd go to the store and buy packs and then sit around opening the packs and trading the cards and like, oh, look what I got and blah, blah, blah. Like, I didn't know any of the players or anything, but we would just fucking open baseball card packs. It says adults still do. Yeah, I figure adults do. And because you see nothing but adults buying fucking Pokemon cards and shit. That's why I was just wondering, like, is baseball cards collecting even like a kid's thing anymore? And then you would take the card, like the really crappy ones, and you put it in your bike spokes so they would make the nice noise.
Is that what you did?
Yeah.
We used to have these. I don't know what you would call them. They were like a plastic cup, and it was sealed, and it had liquid inside. It had like flavored liquid, and you could freeze them. When you emptied them, we used to shove them into the back of the, in the mudguard, between the mudguard and the tire of your bike.
So it didn't make that nice
And
noise.
it made it sound like a motorbike. I miss being a kid. It was much easier back then.
Oh yeah, you weren't out there assassinating world leaders and shit.
Not at that time, no. Not at this time either.
And take issues with the fact that users have the ability to transfer the items they receive through Steam trading or user-to-user sales on the community market. Valve argues the ability to trade to transfer digital game items is good for consumers, and compares the system to the way an owner can sell or trade a tangible item like a Pokemon or baseball card. It adds that the transferability is a right we believe should not be taken away, and we refuse to do that. Says the New York AG also proposed to gather additional information beyond what we normally collect in the course of processing payments about each game user on the off chance someone in New York was anonymizing their location to appear outside of New York, such as buying a VPN. I wonder if this is gonna this whole thing right here where they're talking about like figuring out if the Valve users are from New York or not reminds me so much of what's going on with Smash JT and Alyssa Mercante and her trying to figure out whether or not Smash has any sort of customers, people who are super chatting him, people who are subscribed to his website, subscribed to his channel, and if they live in New York, paying for access. I think his Discord is like you got to pay to access it, right?
What would them being in New York matter?
Because she's suing him in New York, and so Smash is arguing that she doesn't have jurisdiction because he doesn't live in New York. He lives in California. So
she can somehow get him on some kind of legal loophole if people from New York are donating to him.
Yeah, because then she's claiming that he does business in New York.
Yeah.
And so that's right now where they're at with that lawsuit, where they're in jurisdictional discovery, and so if they find jurisdiction, then the lawsuit continues. If they don't, then the lawsuit will be thrown out, and she can possibly refile in California.
Is she from New York?
Yeah. And so part of the reason that she's suing him is because she lives in New York. Her job is in New York. He contacted Kotaku to get her fired from her job.
Right. She needs to get him into a court in New York because it's extremely left-wing in New York.
Well, it's left-wing in California too, but California has stronger protections when it comes to defamation and stuff like that. Yeah. Because of all the Hollywood people in California, they made it defamation really difficult over there. So that's why she's suing them in New York. That's why she's trying to get the New York jurisdiction. I obviously don't want that to go through, just because I don't want like the tenuous connections that he has to New York to hold up in a court, because then all of us basically like, oh, you had a super chatter from fucking Minnesota, we're gonna sue you in Minnesota. Like, I don't even fucking do business in Minnesota. Like,
well, you especially,
yeah, me especially, because man,
many people will come after you.
I mean, with all the super chatters we have from fucking like Sweden and Germany, like, I don't know, we start getting sued overseas. It'd be ridiculous.
Canada.
Yeah, all our Canadians. It's funny because I mentioned that the other day about all the people from Europe, and then like people started chiming in, like, "Yeah, I'm from fucking Germany. I watch you guys all the time." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." Like, because people were complaining, Finnbar, that for some reason they don't understand how we get views after the streams end. Like, who's watching these streams after Tony ends? Tony must be buying views, and I was like, "You idiots! I have fucking European fans."
Literally, Dennis Rodriguez a while ago was saying he'll watch us later.
Yeah, he's like, "I'll watch you later. I'm going to
That's
bed."
now. Yeah.
Well, a lot of those came from when you were covering the Amiko, because a lot of European people were floating around. Remember, even Europeans in the panel. Do you remember that one guy from Germany? The Leo. Remember Leo?
Yeah, Leo Diaz was from. I thought he was like
No, he was
he was South
German.
American, but he like lived in Germany, right?
He might have been, his origin might have been South American, but he was living in Germany. So he had a lot of people around that area.
We still do. We still get a lot of Germans. I know Martino. Martino always when he sends super chats, it's always in Swiss francs.
Oh, yeah.
You know, some guy is always giving us Filipino money. I
Some
don't know who
weirdo.
that could be.
Certainly not fucking Janong, I'll tell you that. Money only goes one way with that bastard.
Yeah. It also says that New York AG demanded that Valve collect more personal data about its users to do additional age verification, even though most payment methods used by New York Steam users already have age verification built in. Yeah, but I feel like obviously if I'm underage, I could be like, "Hey mom, give me your credit card." Like, she might not know what I'm buying, right? Like, I gotta buy something on Steam, and she might think I'm buying a game, whereas I'm buying like loot boxes. So I can understand where
she
they're
wouldn't
like,
give a shit.
yeah.
She'd be like, how much? And if it's reasonable, I don't give a fuck.
So yeah, so I can understand why like the New York Attorney General is like, well, we want to make sure that the people buying the loot boxes are of the age they say, and that they are not bypassing it through different means, right? It says Valve knows our users care about the security of their personal information, and we believe it's in our and their interest to only collect the information necessary to operate the business and comply with the law. I don't know. It says Valve says it will, of course, comply if the New York legislature passes laws governing mystery boxes, adding such laws would be a result of a public process, presumably with input from the industry and New York gamers. It also claims the commitments the New York AG demanded from Valve went far beyond what existing New York law requires, and even beyond New York itself. And while it, quote, may have been easier and cheaper for Valve to make a deal with the New York AG, it believed the type of deal that would satisfy the New York AG would have been bad for users and other game developers. It impacted our ability to innovate in game design and to get all that money from those loot boxes that all those companies are selling. And so Valve obviously would like to keep getting that money. So we told New York AG to... Oh, shit. That wasn't in there. That was just me speculating. Ultimately, a court will decide whose position, ours or New York AG's, is correct. So what do you think? Should loot boxes just go away? Should we just fucking...
Yeah.
Yes, please. They need to go the fuck away. They ruined a lot of franchises, a lot of video games. You know, I mean, I know all these AAA games are supposed to be trash. Like, they're expected to be trash, but this is like extra trash on the pile.
But I just don't like how they want $100 now for a game, and they expect you to still pay money outside of that. It was never like that.
It's scummy.
I don't want to sound like an old man yelling at a cloud, right? It wasn't like that in my day, and I don't like the way it's going because it's only going to get worse.
But what's going to take its place? Like, do you honestly, let's say like right now, you snap your fingers,
the next drift?
Boom, and they get rid of like, that's it. By Monday morning, loot boxes are done. They're all removed from games. They no longer have them. They can no longer re-implement them. Loot boxes, over with. Do you think that the game companies are just going to be satisfied with losing out on all that money?
No, I think maybe like, I don't know, give them a kidney or something instead.
Do you think that the game prices are just going to go up, or do you think like, oh, all that stuff you could have bought with loot box, now we're going to nickel and dime you directly for DLC?
This is a load of horse shit as well. They don't need to go up because most people are buying only digital. If physical goes away, the idea is that the prices will drop because physical needs to match digital.
Yeah, that's
the
because of the retailer agreements that they've made in the past.
Right, so get rid of physical. I'm now at the stage where I'm happy to say physical can go away. Now that I've had my PS5 Pro for a while, and I'm now used to it. So get rid of them all now. Have the price drop. Get rid of loot boxes. Finnbar will be happy.
Finnbar, you weren't here, but speaking of PS5, I have a launch PS5. Right, I haven't upgraded to the PS5 Pro yet.
I have.
So I have a launch PS5, and they just recently put on the PSN Spider-Man 2. I can't play Spider-Man 2 on my launch PS5 because it literally crashes every 10 minutes.
Well, get yourself a Pro like me.
It overheats. Like there's something wrong with it. It's not optimized correctly, and it'll cause your PS5 to overheat if you have a launch PS5.
So you're
they
saying
made the game for the PlayStation and it's not working on the PlayStation.
Are you saying you've got
That's
one of
insane.
the first run of PlayStation 5s?
Yeah.
I never buy the first run of a console because there's always technical stuff that they haven't quite tested.
Yeah, but see, Sony sent me an email and they're like, "Hey, we love you. We're going to give you a half-hour access to the PS store so you could buy the console before it launches." What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to turn down Sony? Sony was like, "We love you as a customer. You're the greatest customer we have. You're one of our special people. We're going to give you special VIP access to buy early." Was I supposed to say no?
When they spelled your name wrong, you should have realized it wasn't so personal.
No, they spelled my name right. I
Well,
literally
you should have said no.
I pre-ordered I got my PS5 before the store opened for everyone else.
Here, can we interest you in one of these faulty PlayStations?
It wasn't faulty. The only game that does that is Spider-Man.
That's
Nothing
the only
else.
game you've found so far that does that. You'll find there's probably a
No,
lot
no,
more.
there's
that
no
need-
other games. I literally can play like for hours.
Tested every game.
I've had marathons of like 8-9 hour sessions.
So
No
what is it
problem.
about Spider-Man? Is it just really graphically dependent?
Yeah, you can go online. You can go look it up. There's like Reddit threads and stuff. Like it was basically blowing up fucking consoles from the beginning. The newer ones, I guess they moved where like the heat sink is and stuff. So like when it starts going, it doesn't overheat. It overheats so much, Finnbar, that it doesn't even give you a warning that it's overheating. It just shuts it down like that. And it's random. Like it might be during a cutscene. It might be during like an action scene. It might be like I had it paused. So Saggy called me the first time it happened. Saggy called me and I paused the game and I was talking to Saggy. And then I just looked at the screen and it just fucking shut off. I was like, what the hell happened? I was like, I don't have a sleep mode or nothing on it. And then it went and turned back on. And that's when I figured out what was going on. We love you as a beta tester.
That's what you are.
There you go.
And you spent the most money on it as well of everybody.
Yeah, that is true.
I think that so. When I got mine, I think it was £700, and I think you probably paid.
Mine doesn't
something
weigh that
similar
much.
for it.
I think mine only weighs about 10 pounds. Sony turned Proctoni into a beta tester. What a fool. You guys are just jealous because I got my shit early and Sony loves me.
Yeah, we're jealous about your faulty PlayStation, Tony.
It's not faulty.
It sure sounds like it is. I think what I'll do is I'll resubscribe to Premium and I'll try Spider-Man 2 and I'll let you know how it goes.
Like I said, you could look it up. There's like articles and shit on Reddit of Spider-Man overheating consoles.
Do they offer any solution?
Yeah, get the new
Get a
one.
new PlayStation. Have you tried putting it in a refrigerator while you're playing it?
No, look. This is an article on Reddit, not an article. But it says this is from 9 days ago. Constant crashes in Spider-Man 2 PS5 Slim, always during cutscenes. And my 3-month console dying?
But that's not what you've got. You've not got a PS5 Slim. You've got the
Yeah,
original.
I understand. I'm just saying, like even the PS5 Slims, the newer ones. Those are newer ones.
So the Pro is just a Slim, but upgraded.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have the same issue. I'll let you know if I remember.
So, like I said, it when I was playing it, it was working fine. I was playing it. I got through like maybe an hour of the game, and then it just started crashing.
I don't really want to start playing it until I get Miles Morales finished.
Miles Morales was pretty good. Miles Morales felt like an expansion. It didn't really feel like a full game, right? It was fun, but it wasn't like it felt like it was missing something.
Is it short? Is it fairly short?
Pretty short.
Okay. Good.
It's shorter than Spider-Man, that's for sure.
Because I don't want to waste too much time on the fake Spider-Man. I want to get to the real one.
The fake Spider-Man? Jesus.
Miles Morales is Miles Morales.
Are you a big fan of Sega, Finnbar?
I love Sega.
Well, Sega says you're full of shit. Because Sega says, yeah, you're all real nice about our games, but you sure ain't buying them.
Oh,
Games are shit, Sega.
Classic
Yeah.
Sega. I'm talking
My
about
evaluations have yet to translate into a further increase in unit sales. Sega Sammy has released a new set of financial results along with a Q&A explaining some of the finer points. But the long and short of it is, you all say you like our games, so why aren't you buying more of them? Amidst some truly incredible corporate jargon, what's a B2B omni-channel solution provider? Sega says the high valuations, i.e. the review scores and user feedback that some of its recent titles have received, simply didn't translate to increased sales and that things are, quote, stagnant. I can't even think of it. What new Sega things are really out there? I mean, the Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Sega All Stars Racing, I guess. That one.
Well, it says over the course of 2025, Sega released a bunch of critically acclaimed titles, including Virtua Fighter 5 Revo, Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza.
Virtua Fighter is good. Yeah.
2 Point Museum, Yakuza 0 Director's Cut. That's terrible. I hate, like, obviously the Director's Cut of Yakuza 0 is better than Yakuza 0, but I still haven't finished Yakuza 0, and they literally dropped the Director's Cut like a month ago. And it's like every one of those games have gotten a Director's Cut. I think like the Kiwami 3 is now getting like an expansion. Like this is like years later. We're talking years after the game came out. They're like, oh, we're gonna go back and like we're gonna give you the Director's Cut of the game. And it's just milking fucking fans of Yakuza, especially because they add shit that's like, oh, now this is like now canon to the lore. So now if you didn't play fucking the Director's Cut, you don't know what's going on.
Well, it's usually just like a hat, like
no. These are like adding like missions and like expanded lore. I think in the Kiwami 3 they added a whole new like I wouldn't call it an expansion, but it's basically like a set of missions as a different character that you play as in order to get like a new perspective on what's going on. I mean, I love Yakuza games, don't get me wrong, but man, there's just so much shit going on in them. Anyway, Puyo Puyo Tetris 2S Raidu remastered The Mystery of the Soulless Army, May DX Circle, Sonic Racing Crossworlds, and Shinobi Arts of Vengeance.
That one is good.
Sega's subsidiary Atlas, meanwhile, released a Metaphor Refantasio, which was nothing less than a critical darling. Didn't that just barely come out on PlayStation, though? Wasn't it like Xbox exclusive for a while?
Yeah.
I think that's why I didn't get a lot of sales, because I don't think Xbox is really big on their role-playing games and stuff.
This guy's just bitching and moaning.
On the less upbeat side of things, Rovio has been on a consistent downward trend ever since Sega bought it in April 2023. The company has written off $200 million of its $776 million acquisition because, quote, profitability of the business had fallen down below the initial forecast. In other words, maybe just making tons of Angry Birds games isn't the brilliant strategy some thought. Could you imagine that they bought Angry Birds, which was like one of the best-selling mobile games of all time, and they just fucking ran it into the ground to where people don't even want to play Angry Birds anymore?
Well, it was free. Angry Birds was free.
Yeah, it still is, but they have so many different Angry Birds, and like they obviously they get you with the like gems and like, oh, if you pay 99 cents, you can skip this level because it's too hard for you or whatever, right?
No, they don't get me.
They ruined it.
They don't get you. I mean, but they were getting someone because
Yeah, retards.
I mean, they had an Angry Birds movie, for God's sake. That's how big fucking Angry Birds was.
And
How
nobody
can you
gave
get
them
that?
that.
How can you buy that fucking company and then just
Well,
shit the bed so hard that you're now losing $776 million?
Well, they've got to be making a bit of money off the Sonic movies as well because they've done really well.
Paramount is
Never
making
mind
all
the
the
Angry
money.
Birds. Yeah, but Sega's still making a cut of that. It's their character.
Samagoga says, check out the amazing graphics for Crimson Desert on PC. It's like a preview of what console owners will be experiencing in 2029 or 2030 when PS6 launches. Come on. Tony, cover the new He-Man game from Limited Run.
Oh yeah, we were supposed to cover that the last time.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Limited Run, that's good. It's Limited Run. I hope it's good because Limited Run, they make good games.
Limited Run it doesn't make the games though. Limited Run makes the physical media. I think they have like a company that makes the games.
Yeah, they're like a collector's kind of company, aren't they?
Yeah, they make the physical media because I think who's making this video game? Let's see. Obviously, the company. We'll just watch the trailer, and then the fucking company will be on the trailer, and then that's it. Guys, buy more Sega games. Sega wants your money.
No.
There it is. He-Man.
Oh, fucking Golden Axe style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be having this.
Never hold back, don't give up, don't be afraid.
This song is new, but it sounds so 80s. Like this fucking 80s music.
It's a power ballad.
He's got She-Ra and Tila.
Just hang tight.
So far, from what I'm seeing, the
And
animation
Man
is
at
on
Arms.
point.
Take it all the way. Never hold. You don't look back. Start over again. This time you'll make.
It looks good, but also the Marvel game looked good, and we were excited
That's
about
the problem. Exactly. That's why I'm like,
What did that turn out to be? Shit, did it?
It wasn't that good.
It's not
It
the
was
same
very
company, is
stiff.
it?
Like the unlockables
very
were
stiff.
shit.
Yeah.
The levels were pretty short. The
The roster is
gameplay,
lame.
yeah, it's just wasn't great. Very
Well,
disappointing.
who was it that made it? Do you remember?
Dotemu.
Oh, so the same guys that did the Turtles.
Yes, those guys.
Right, let's look out for that logo at the end of this then. Turtles was good though.
Turtles was good, but that's because it took them a while, right, to release everything.
Yeah.
Turtles, when it first came out, was half-assed.
I don't know. I don't remember. I never played it when it first came out. I waited.
Well, I think the problem is, so the developer for the Marvel Cosmic Invasion was Tribute Games. Dotemu was just the publisher.
So
So-
different team designing it then.
Yeah, I think we all got excited because of the Dotemu, thinking, oh yeah, these guys are great, but they're like, actually,
It was the B team that made it.
yeah. So let me see who did the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. No, it was Tribute Games did the Turtles one too. Fuck. I think maybe the Turtles game was better because A, the sprites were bigger. B, the roster was smaller because obviously you're like, oh, it's the 4 turtles. That's it, right? Like that's
Well,
all you really were
You had
expecting.
Splinter. I think you had Splinter from the off and April from the off as well, didn't you?
Yeah, it
Well,
was
we
Splinter,
added
April,
with-
and Casey. But what I'm saying is, like, you weren't expecting a huge roster. I think they tried to make a bigger roster, and where it comes to like the turtles, the attacks don't have to be that different. Whereas, like, you're like, oh, you like She-Hulk has to be kind of different than fucking Rocket Raccoon has to be different than fucking Wolverine. So I think there was a lot more work going into the Avengers game just
Yeah,
because of the roster.
the Turtles was just a variation of range, speed, and power. There was no like different move sets or. But yeah, with Marvel stuff, it'd be you have to Cyclops optic blast. You'd have to have Wolverine's claws. They'd be vastly different, right?
Yeah.
I still got to try it though.
Streets of Rage was made by Dotemu was the developer and publisher of Streets of Rage, but along with Lizard Cube and Guard Crush. I think that's
Okay.
why Streets of Rage was better.
Lizard Cube and Guard Crush.
Yeah.
They sound like He-Man characters.
So I don't name the fucking companies. Like with the He-Man game, like, man, obviously you want to play He-Man, She-Ra is a given, and then you got Tila and Man-at-Arms, but there's so many like He-Man characters. Like, man, I want to play as fucking Ram Man.
I would want to be Orko.
Yeah, Orko would be.
Orko would be badass.
Do you see you get to press the C button and get a big dragon coming along and cooking everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Like
So it's made by Bitmap Bureau.
Oh yeah, it's got no Dotemu anywhere.
Yeah. The big gun.
Watch this. You find out that Bitmap Bureau are the LGN of current day.
You think that that's what we're gonna find out?
As soon as you see it, you go, "Oh no!"
Did you see that the new 1348X Vodo LGBT game with the female knight Joan of Arc ripoff gameplay looks like shit?
Oh, the female with the bowl cut, right?
I didn't see the new trailer. If there's a newer trailer, I haven't seen it, but the one I seen looked okay. I mean, it didn't look anything more than like Eurojank. I wasn't expecting anything good.
Eurojank, Dark Souls, like
the
usual.
It ultimately looks a little more than another Final Fight Streets of Rage reskin, though. True, but I mean, it's still He-Man. Dude, there's a G.I. Joe one that I want to get. I still haven't picked it up, but there's a G.I. Joe one that's a beat 'em up. They're bringing back all the shit. There's a Karate Kid beat 'em up that I haven't gotten because the other Karate Kid games really left a sour taste in my mouth. But this one is a side-scrolling beat 'em up, and there's a fucking Power Rangers one. There's so many fucking beat 'em ups that I have to pick up now. I gotta get the Power Rangers
80s revival. Yeah,
they're just coming along and stuffing those member berries into our mouths, man.
Yeah, and I love them.
Yeah.
You know what's another member berry? John Carpenter, and he's got a new game coming out.
Yeah,
John Carpenter's Toxic Commando.
Isn't John Carpenter dead?
No, he's still around. He
Oh,
did some voice acting for this.
I hope he's not dead.
Got more party crashes coming in. This situation calls for a metric shit ton of bullets.
It's a zombie apocalypse.
Now this looks like a zombie game I can get behind.
Playing this co-op would be insane.
When we work together, we can destroy any gross-ass thing.
Look at that, hordes. I think that's what a lot of zombie games are missing. Just the overwhelming hordes
right.
of zombies. Because you're not supposed to be like, oh my god, they're super powerful zombies. It's just supposed to be like the amount of zombies was what was really the idea of zombie movies, right? Like
there was one in the PS3. It was like an isometric view where you had that, where it was hordes of zombies coming at you from all different angles. But I forget the name of it. Somebody in the chat will know. That was quite good.
Generic is woke. Use your class.
Job's not looking so bad now, is it?
Protection up!
I mean, it does look generic, but here's the thing. I'm 45 years old now. I'm old. I remember like all the games on the Nintendo in the arcade, they were generic. Like Double Dragon was a generic beat 'em up. Right?
True.
Like how many games, like fucking Elevator Action. It was a generic shooting game, right? Like all the enemies looked the same, and you just were shooting people that were coming out of doors. Like I don't need like every single enemy to have a different skin and like 47 different maps and different variations on guns. Just give me like unlimited bullets and a bunch of enemies to shoot, and I'll be happy for the rest of my life. I mean, I used to play Space Invaders for God's sake.
That's what I'm talking about.
May I ask a question? Oh, humble Gamergate TGD. Yeah, go ahead, Morpheus. You can ask whatever you want.
What's the life of your car?
Now it's a party.
Go!
Don't mess with a toxic commando.
Yeah, don't mess with Toxic Commando.
There's another trailer where Don Carpenter himself is acting as like the main priest who's summoning all these demons.
I don't know if Finnbar is correct and he's dead.
Should we check? Well, if TJ's saying he did a voice, then it's unlikely, right?
Yeah.
Unless he did the AI voice.
It could be AI. Who knows?
He's alive. He's alive.
We got. Have you heard of Barbarian Saga, the Beastmaster?
No.
Let's.
Oh, okay. It's like we're playing Alucard in Castlevania. Look at this shit.
Yeah, it's a little Metrovania-ish, little. It's an indie game. A lot of what we show off is indie games now.
Right.
And you can turn into a glow-in-the-dark cat as well.
Hell yeah. Add it to your wish list. Look at that. And you can get physical media. We know how important physical media is for you guys. Depression Quest game that kicked off GG. Wait, hold up. What exactly is the story? Why it says that the accusation that Nathan wrote a favorable review of the game was untrue? Depression Quest. Because it's untrue. Hold on. Let me stop sharing this so we can discuss some Gamergate lore. Okay, so Zoe Quinn worked on a game called Depression Quest. Okay, Nathan Grayson is a friend of Zoe Quinn. Nathan Grayson has never done a review of Depression Quest. Okay, the SJWs who was defending Zoe Quinn, the ones who circled the wagons, the ones who were writing articles, would always point that out. Nathan Grayson has never done a review of Depression Quest. The Gamergates just hate Zoe Quinn because she's a woman who made a game, and they're lying about Nathan Grayson reviewing favorably Depression Quest, right? This was nothing more than a narrative control. It was a propaganda campaign because the accusation was never that Nathan Grayson reviewed Depression Quest. What Nathan Grayson did was he wrote an article that was basically like 7 indie games that you need to look out for, like 7 upcoming indie games that you should be excited about, right? Something like that. I forget the exact title, but it was basically like, here are games that you should be looking out for, right? And Depression Quest was one of those games. Okay. Now, Zoe Quinn broke up with her boyfriend, something Gajoni, right? I forget what the hell his first name was. But basically, he wrote like a blog post basically saying, hey, I broke up with Zoe Quinn and she's a fucking cheater and she cheated on me with a bunch of dudes. And one of the dudes named was Nathan Grayson and how like, they're friends or whatever. And I think something's going on with them. And, he's trying to like big her up in the gaming space, right? Because she's working on games. And so she's basically trying to like get close to these people that are reviewing games in order to get favorable coverage. Okay. That's where people started going, wait a minute, what's going on? So they looked at it and they go, yeah, Nathan Grayson did this article that was basically promoting these games. And one of the games was Zoe Quinn's game. And Depression Quest is a shitty game. I played it. It's not great. Okay. But so the original accusation was always that Zoe Quinn had a relationship with Nathan Grayson. Whether it was a friendship, whether it was more than a friendship, doesn't matter. the fact of the matter is Nathan Grayson never revealed that when he wrote his article promoting her game. He never disclosed. All that the original discussion was Nathan Grayson should have disclosed his personal relationship to Zoe Quinn because that's what real journalists do. Now, instead of the gaming journalist press going, you're right, I made a mistake. I forgot to disclose this relationship with Zoe Quinn. Let me put a disclaimer. Hey, guys, I wrote an article that was promoting these 7 games or whatever. One of them was Depression Quest. I have a friendship. Zoe Quinn, who made the game, is my friend. That did not factor into my promoting her game. I just thought it was good. But as a journalist, you should know that there is a bias there. And if that affects your judgment on whether or not you want to buy the game, so be it, right? Because that's what good journalists do. And I've had to disclose things before, right? I've wrote articles and I've disclosed things. And I've said, hey, I got a relationship with this thing or this company, or they gave me a review copy, right? Because that's what you do. But instead of him doing that, what they did was go, you guys are all sexist and racist, and you just hate Zoe Quinn because she's a strong, powerful woman, and you're just mad because she did a game that you don't like. And he wrote that, and then every other gaming outlet, because they're all friends, they're all in this weird bubble together, right? They're all in like Slack channels and like backroom whisper networks together. They all decided that they were going to attack gamers instead of just owning up to the fact that they were not disclosing personal relationships with people who made the games that they were covering. And then it just kind of snowballed from there. Gajoni. Because it said that when they did a sweeper pass of his articles, he'd written one that mentioned her in passing, written before they were together. Is that the same one you're talking about that recommended? Yeah, that's the same one I'm talking about. And gaming sites were shadow banning people for even just asking about it in the comment section. Yeah. So there was like a huge push by the gaming websites to ban anyone who was talking about it, ban anyone who was even asking questions, right? Not necessarily people that are being hostile, just anyone just asking like what's going on. Anyone who disagreed with them, anyone who said, hey, I think that maybe he should have disclosed, or hey, I think that this game is bad. Instantly, people were being banned. And so obviously when you start banning people or trying to silence people, that's going to cause more uproar. I've talked about this in the past, but the problem with Gamergate ultimately was its strength, but it was also its weakness in the fact that it did not have any actual leadership, right? So there was no guy, right? There was no one you could point to. There was no like, hey, like Comicsgate has Ethan, right? You could point to Ethan, you go, he's the guy, he's got the trademark, he's the guy. Pretty much whatever Ethan says is how Comicsgate is going to be perceived, right? Everyone takes cues from Ethan. In Gamergate, there was no leader. And so anytime someone would do something, right? Like, let's say someone wilded out, right? Someone was like on Twitter, we'll get Ethan Ralph, for example. Ethan Ralph says something crazy. They would just go, fucking Gamergate leader Ethan Ralph arrested, right? To just tarnish everyone else. And so shit like that was going on. Then you had obviously Steve Bannon and them coming in and trying to, with Milo, involve the political stuff into it, because originally Gamergate wasn't political in a sense, right? Like it was like right wingers, left wingers, people in the middle, centrist, because it was just gamers that were really upset that basically the curtain had been pulled back, and we realized that the people covering the games were pretty much, it went from we thought that they were journalists covering video games to they became a propaganda wing for these companies, right? Like, oh, it turns out that they're just giving good reviews to games because they're getting invited to events. They're getting free stuff. They're the access
media.
Yeah.
That's where the phenomenon came from.
They claimed Depression Quest was a text adventure, but if you ever played one, they are a lot deeper than that. Yeah. Like I said, Depression Quest was really just not good. It was a bad game all around.
Didn't even depict depression properly,
Yeah. Salespeople, not journalists. Exactly, Broken. and that was like a huge issue, and that there was just pushback because clearly, you're attacking the gaming press, so you're causing them to lose money, right? And they don't want to lose money, so they're going to push back on you. Yeah, like sending death threats, rape threats, getting lumped in with that.
Yeah. There was the occasional psycho here and there, right? But then they started blaming everybody for whatever the psycho did.
Well, here's the thing. If you look at the FBI report, so the FBI did do a report on Gamergate, and they found no credible threats, no credible death threats at all.
Mm.
And again, like part of the problem with Gamergate is the fact that there was no membership, right? Like there was no like, hey, I got a membership card. I'm a card carrying Gamergate, right? So anyone can say they're Gamergate, and I'm not saying that they did, and I'm not saying they didn't, but it's real easy to false flag when anyone can claim they're Gamergate, right? Like Finnbar can like stab somebody and go, I'm a member of Gamergate. That's why I stabbed that guy, right? Like, and no one can say he's not. Like, I can't be like, no, he's not. Like, he said he was, right? And so there was a lot of things. Then you ended up having people going on Twitter, and like some of them got found out that they were actually like, there was that one like female Japanese account, but it turned out it was actually like a dude running it. And then there was like
catfishing. Let's go.
Yeah. There was a huge thing. It was like, I forget what the hell it was called.
Synynic.
It was like Geisha Mommy, or it was it had some weird name, but basically like the account was supposedly like this a Japanese woman who was like pro Gamergate, but then like it turned out like it was a dude running the account the whole time.
I remember the Gundam, whatever. I remember that one. That was a fiasco.
Yeah.
Pretending to be a female Gundam enthusiast that turned out to be a guy.
There's quite a few of them out there.
Yeah. Then there was the whole not your shield thing, because basically, the gaming media tried to paint Gamergate as racist, and so then like non-white people are like, "Hey, we're in Gamergate. Like, we're not like, don't use me. Like, don't be like, oh, we're attacking Gamergate on behalf of black people. Like, we're black people in Gamergate. Like, don't use us as a shield." So that whole like not your shield thing came out. Aaron Gajoni, that's right. By the way, I got the name. That was 2014. I remember Eurogamer being shamed into admitting to the freebies they'd been getting. Yeah, a lot of companies got found out for the freebies. But the biggest problem, like, so obviously I was involved in Gamergate and all that stuff. And one of the issues with the Gamergate crowd is they all claimed they wanted politics-free gaming, right? Because at that time, you would get like an article, like they'd be like, the new Spider-Man game came out, right? And they'd be like, Spider-Man teams up with cops to arrest innocent black men. You're like, what? It's like, there would be an article about like how the new Spider-Man game was like pro-police and like all police are bastards, and fuck Spider-Man for helping the police arrest criminals in the new Spider-Man game. Yeah, it'd be like, what? Like, it's just review the fucking game. Is it good? What's the gameplay about, right? Or like how Link is like actually a communist, pro-communism game or some shit. Like every article had these weird things and how like they would just throw in randomly like anti-Trump shit, and like, dude, I just want to read a review of the new fucking Gundam game. I don't need to know about why you hate fucking Donald Trump, right? And why like Hillary Clinton's gonna win the election. So everyone obviously was tired of that shit. However, when presented with an option for a non-political gaming website that actually only focused on the games and reviewing them for what they were, Gamergate actually rejected it, and they were like, no, what we really meant was we wanted a right-wing video game gaming site. We didn't actually want non-political, right? So ridiculous, considering that dumb C word from Feminist Frequency. You're talking about what the hell's her name? Anita Sarkeesian.
Anita Sarkeesian, that's right.
Yeah. What's really dumb is Zoe Quinn was working on a game called Chuck Tingle, which is from the Chuck Tingle books, and she raised a bunch of money on Kickstarter, and the game has never come out. But no one ever talks about that.
Great game, bud.
How much did she raise?
I
Was it a lot?
forget. A significant amount.
Those two were mega grifters. Like those two were 100% grifters.
The other issue was so.
Yeah, Grums, exactly. Same story of Grums.
She raised $85,000.
It's not enough to disappear forever, is it? Really?
Well, she didn't disappear forever. She just took the
Moved
money.
on to a new grift.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Well,
okay, so
that's
one of
pocket.
the issues was, and Zoe Quinn in her youth, in her early 20s, she posed nude for some online magazine. It was basically like a Temu version of the Suicide Girls. If you remember the Suicide Girls from years ago, right?
Yeah.
So people had discovered that. So they were like sharing photos of Zoe Quinn, like, oh, look, she was like a fucking nude model. And so then that became the new talking point. Like, they're slut shaming Zoe Quinn for being a nude model. So it was like whenever like you would find something out or like you'd point something out about what they did, they would just all default to like, you're sexist. You're only pointing this out because you hate women. It's like, no, she's like a fucking grifter. Like,
it's just like Gothics. It's crazy. They're the same type of people.
Yeah, she did move to Japan for a little while. So there was that. So, I mean, ultimately, they basically had to admit that Gamergate was correct. And a lot of things were changed in the gaming media and the gaming media landscape, right? But the main players, the Zoe Quinns, the Anita Sarkeesians, and all that, they basically got away scot-free. There was a big thing. Oh, man. So Feminist Frequency, speaking of the Katie Wiggs, right? They actually had a logo. In which they had like the three main contributors to the website, right? Like they had the
they had those Rippaverse style Igor Chakal drawings. I mean, I'm not saying Igor Chakal drew them, but I'm just saying they look like how Igor Chakal would draw fucking Eric July these days.
Yeah, hold on. Let me bring up the image because I got it. So it was basically like this is like fantasy versus reality, right? So this is how they drew themselves, right? He goes, complaining about unrealistic depictions of women in video games.
The
so
irony.
This
irony.
is how they drew themselves, and then this is what they really look like.
The irony.
And I'm pretty sure that this one here is trans. So
is the one in the middle trans?
This is
no, the one in the middle is
unrealistic.
Okay, I'd smash the one in the middle.
And you know what's funny about that? Like you say that, right? So Anita Sarkeesian, her whole thing was like, stop making women, sexy in video games. Like, stop making them be, all dolled up and everything. And then she would make videos in which she was basically like all dolled up.
Yeah, it's just like holy shit.
Don't appeal to the male gaze, right? And then she would like be all dressed up and like all sexy for her videos.
It's just like the KDAIs. It's just like I'm Gojo. Like it's the same, the very same.
Yeah. She would then go around and basically this was before the Sweet Baby Inks and all that, but she would basically do the same thing where she'd be like, hey, it'd be a real shame if you didn't hire me to consult on your game, because then I'd have to go and make articles and talk about how your game's sexist and hates people and hates women. So, it was a good grift, right?
It was a good grift. Remember when she was pretending to be a gamer too? I played Crash Bandicoot, actually.
And then like people would point out that like some of the things that she was claiming, like she'd be like, in this Hitman game, you have to go around and kill a bunch of like strippers that are females, and like, no, like that you don't have to, like you can, but like you get penalized for that. Like you get penalized for killing innocent people in Hitman. Like you're only supposed to kill your target.
And then she would hippity jippity. No, what it is the fact that you could do it is a problem.
So Zoe was before her, right? Yeah, Zoe kicked it off, and then Anita Sarkeesian came out of nowhere with the steel chair to like finish it.
Some Vince Russo booking.
But hey, and then like Anita Sarkeesian had this dude with her, right? Like basically, there was this dude that was like on her team or whatever, because she had like the whole website, and then they like broke up, and then like the quality of her videos went downhill. So it was basically like revealed that he was like writing all of her scripts and shit.
Oh, it's just like Eric July.
So it is what it is.
BreadTube. I remember BreadTube. I used to detract BreadTube. They were exactly like the Zeros, but left wing. See.
She got to make a bunch of money, complain about games, go to a bunch of events, grift.
Brianna Wu was part of that group, but she isn't in that, the feminist frequency. She wasn't part of.
Yeah, I mean, Brianna Wu went on to like run for like Congress and shit. It's crazy. The good times. I don't know if it was good. I don't know if it was good times. So.
Lots of hilarity happened, though.
Frost is the one he tried to get. Quartering tried to get on his channel.
Sexy
Frost. But that was way later. That was like Gamergate was already over by then. That was like G4's revival shit, right? So anyway, back to the game trailers. And this is Moonfrost. Obviously, this is my kind of game. Nice and quiet. Pixel art.
Hey.
Black people. I love my black people games.
Love your blacks.
It's just Stardew Valley again, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It's another Stardew Valley game.
Yeah, I like when they do the Stardew Valley shit in 3D.
What do you mean 3D? Do you mean like this?
Open
Isometric?
world. Yeah, no. Open world, like fucking 3D, like third person.
Yeah, because like Stardew Valley is almost like isometric.
Right.
I mean, look at it. It looks like a fun little like cozy game. Obviously, got dungeons.
Okay. See, I like that too when they have dungeon crawling.
We all got dungeons. Like it's not like standard. Like you're gonna farm, but also there's like caves. You're gonna like mine, but there's monsters.
I don't know if you know Finnbar, but my friends got me into these types of games, so that's why I'm looking for these.
All right, I think they're kind of gay, to be honest.
Rune Factory.
Although I did get stuck on Animal Crossing for a long time.
Samagogo says that's the weird thing about CG right now. Years ago, CG mocked the SJW mainstream for the women using avatars that looked way better than they actually did. Now Crazy Did is doing much the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, so she's not OG CG though, right? So
She walked into the wrong community. That's what it is.
But it's weird. So here, to Samagogo's point, there's a lot of things going on in CG right now that they would have been mocked and ridiculed for years ago.
Yeah,
I know everyone's like, Tony, you're not OG CG. You're not like Dark Gift. You aren't here. I was around. Okay, I was in the peripherals. I was obviously in Gamergate because gaming was my main focus. I always loved comic books, but I just was more focused on gaming because I was a gaming journalist, right? And then I was involved in the whole Tommy Tallarico thing. So I really didn't have time to really get into Comicsgate. And even now, you'll see that I'm not in a lot of live streams, right? That's the thing that people don't understand. I'm not someone who sits around in live streams and chats in live streams and comment sections, right? But that doesn't mean I'm not watching shit later on, or I'm not watching shit like while I'm at work or on the bus or something, right? So I'm saying that to say this. I know that there's a lot of things going on right now that years ago people would have been ridiculed for, right? Behaviors, like going after certain people for, their families, mocking people's families, mocking people's disabilities, mocking people for enjoying different types of comics, right?
Millerisms, right? Burning shit. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
being soft. People who come at you hardcore, and then when you make fun of them, they try to ban you from Ethan's chat. And can you believe that, Finnbar? I don't know if you know this, but
What's that?
one of our biggest haters, who goes around yelling and screaming and calling people names and fucking saying the most obnoxious shit about people, was in Ethan's chat using his mod powers to ban people and time people out for calling him a midget.
They even tried blocking mods.
Yeah, shit like that would have got him fucking bounced out years ago.
How can
Shit
a
like
block a mod though?
he sent DMs to Ethan about Liam, like snitching on Liam. Dry snitching like that would have got him bounced out years ago, right?
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that. Yeah.
Dungeoneer shit, just acting like a fucking retard, would have got you bounced out. But apparently, I guess now that's not how it goes anymore. I guess the rules have changed, right? He says,
And
"Yep,
before-
that's why I call Yanafui King Wixom."
Before these retards start saying we're hiding behind the avatars, like, I was never attached to the vampire, and it's a goofy vampire. A, B, look at Finnbar Saunders. Like, this is not the pinnacle of masculinity. And then you have Mr. Unchained
man.
Frog Tony with the frog split eyes going on. Like, we don't give a fuck about our image. That's the thing. We're willing to tell you that we're goofy people behind these pictures. But
Well, I've
those
always been a
people, on the
goofy
other
person.
hand, yeah,
And I've I've talked about like my missing tooth. I've talked about other things that I'm not fucking in super shape.
Missing teeth.
Yeah. Well, I'm specifically talking about the front one. I talked about how I got it knocked out, right? But I'm saying like we're not trying to be anything more than what we are, and
exactly. And that's accountability. See,
yeah.
that's what those people don't have.
I've always maintained, and I said, hey, I'm going to say things that you guys might not agree with, might not like, but these are my views. I'm not going to change my views for anyone. Other people will change their views, will change who they like, the way they change their fucking underwear, right?
On a dime.
Yeah. So it's just ridiculous. There's a lot of things that I go, man, I don't understand how this is flying, how people are not noticing these behaviors.
You two can speak for yourselves. I'm a fucking super stud.
Oh yeah. I mean, after you ate 6 Big Macs, how can anyone deny you?
Still undefeated.
Still, we're gonna redo it when we're settled. When you come back, and I know that you're gonna be back for a while. We'll settle it. 7 Big Macs.
When I get the desk job, properly get the desk job, it means I can get fat. So I'll 8. Fuck it.
Samagogo says it's not that the rules have changed. It's more that the scumbags sense that Ethan is now vulnerable to being duped by their lies due to his time being taken up with caring for his wife. Did Finnbar just say he's a verbal stud?
I said,
He said veritable.
Very. What did he?
So
well, this is deep lore.
Stray Beans was arguing with some people, and he accidentally tagged the wrong account, and the account he tagged was Verbal Stud, and it was like some gay account.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember hearing about this.
That was unfortunate.
Being associated with EVS carries too much clout, says Broken Good. Yeah. But hey, like I said, we're going to carry on. We're going to do what we do. We're going to be CG till the day we die. People have been trying to get rid of me since the day I showed up formally, right? Yeah, I haven't changed my views, but someone told me they couldn't imagine me defending an alleged SA guy. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. Even things like that. Remember, accusations don't mean anything, right? We all defended Vic Mignogna. We all defended Johnny Depp. We all said that accusations are meaningless without evidence, right? Except for when it comes to Tony. Then I guess accusations are just evidence, right?
Hmm.
You know, I literally said, go ahead, show every single DM and let the audience form their own opinion. But apparently that wasn't even good enough for everyone, right?
Now the general public finds a dwarf starting all this shit way more fascinating.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. It wasn't like a callback, Sandman. I didn't know. I did know about Stray Beans tagging a gay porn star or something, but I didn't know the name of it. That was
He didn't say
happy
verbal
coincidence.
anyway. He said veritable.
I didn't. Who said veritable? Me.
You did. You
No, I
said
said
I'm a
super
veritable
stud. I didn't say anything about veritable, or I said I'm a super stud.
I could remember. I could swear you said veritable stud. Either way, let's check out this trailer for revamp.
I don't even know what that word means, so I wouldn't have used it.
You don't know what veritable means?
I do. I'm kidding. Like, but I didn't
What does it
say
mean? Now I'm gonna put you to the test. What does it mean?
It means. Let me just quickly look it up. I don't know. I really don't know what it means.
On with the trailer.
It
No,
says
tell me what it means now. Now that
it's a qualifier to mean like it's genuine. It's true. It's like I'm a veritable stud means I'm a 100% factual. It's true. I'm a stud.
well, I'm one of them as well.
There you go. Ooh, what's this?
It's from the developers of Moonlighter and Cataclysmo. Cataclysmo.
He's back.
Ages come and go,
More vampire
yet
shit.
mortals never learn. Foolish enough to challenge me, only to see me rise. Deadlier, bloodier, thirstier.
Oh shit. He steals blood like Cain.
You'll never defeat my army, nor conquer my castle.
Tower defense deck
We're
building.
cursed to fight.
It's basically
Night
it's
after
like a
night.
tower defense almost.
It's like Dracula
For all
Simulator.
eternity.
Yeah.
For my master. For her.
Revamp.
This looks badass.
Finn's accent got the show derailed. Just wait till you
True.
hear him say the word 6. Then we'll be fucking derailed for an hour.
Speaking of Acclaim and basketball,
Yeah, this is Super Basketball Classics. This is the one with the Harlem Globetrotters.
I don't know, but it
Oh,
sounds
this is it.
like that different man with the ball. Sure has himself a ball.
I love how they're actually showing actual basketball, not the game.
zero gameplay.
Was
Coming
that
soon.
was that little bit that you saw at the start? Was that the gameplay?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 3D.
So
bit.
it looks like another world or out of this world. The game that the one where you were on like an alien planet and you were running away from.
Yeah.
Yeah, the same type of graphics. True.
Yeah, like that there.
Prince of Persia.
Where you couldn't see
yeah.
the features on their face or anything like that.
Yeah.
So this right here is out already. This is Basketball Classics. The other one is Super Basketball Classics. So I'm assuming that the other one is going to be basically the same one, but with like the Harlem Globetrotters. 5-on-5 arcade action. Look at those old school graphics, Finnbar. Look how you used to play games.
Yeah.
Rim rock and dunk. decades of rosters with over 1,000 players. Look at it. Look at it. Unlock legends. I do love how it's got that like Mega Man thing going on there, right?
Oh yeah.
And see, we got the Mega Man boss select screen. You got the Chicago Bulls, LA, Philadelphia, Boston. Oh shit, we're gonna run DMC? I will say the box art makes the game look weird and evil, right?
Yeah.
This looks like comic book art. Look at this shit.
Well, it looks like the is it Streets of Rage where they had like the guy over the city?
Yes.
Mr. X.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that Super Basketball Classics with the Harlem Globetrotters is just like an upgraded version of that game. And this one is American Cooking Simulator.
Oh shit.
Do you like cooking games? Do you like games with guns? Have you ever thought about cooking with guns?
Okay, now I'm in.
American burgers, American weapons, American cooking simulator, multiplayer.
Cooking and smoking, baby. Oh,
Welcome to Joe's Freedom Burgers. The
You're
only
shooting
fast
the
food
ingredients.
joint where Second Amendment firepower meets first-rate flavor.
Arrived without your personal firearm? We've got you covered.
Handmade some American protein, would you? Split your tasks. Build the perfect burger. Control the chaos. I'm starving. American Cooking Simulator. Multiplayer. Now
Is that how you guys in foreign countries think that like burgers are made in America?
No, that's how we just imagine America as in general.
yeah.
Just everybody running around shooting each other. Except New
Yes,
York.
Tony. So you know what a cooking simulator would mean for you. It means all the 18-year-olds you like to date can play a game to teach them to cook. Shut up, Sketchbook.
Damn.
live on Kickstarter.
I'll do it faster at home. Bye.
Hey kids, it's me, Kevin Smith, and I'm proud.
Oh,
It looks like he has cancer.
He looks ill. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's Fat
To
Kevin Smith?
announce, man, the release date trailer you're about to see, man. You're gonna find out when the game is dropping.
Like
It's
he
the
wore the
trailer
same
for it.
suit
The game
and
we've been
just
working on
shrunk.
for years, man. A game I cannot wait to play with y'all. Jay and Silent Bob's Chronic Blunt Punch follows right now, man. It is fantastic, and I think the audience would agree with me there.
okay. Oh shit!
Yes, it's another beat 'em up. Oh shit! Finnbar's in the game. Look at him. That was glorious.
Super stud. Hey, go back a bit. 5 seconds. Goes homeless Larry, look.
Oh shit! There he is. Look.
I thought you were saying go back because of the bulge
There's not enough of a bulge.
where he does that. Bam.
Oh, that bit, yeah. He shoots his Mickey Mouse out.
As ridiculous as this is, this actually looks fun. Look at that, he becomes Zero. Psycho Crusher. Psycho Crusher!
I mean, it's a beat 'em up. I guess if you're into like Kevin Smith, Jay and Silent Bob universe, it's gonna appeal to you more, right?
I think the artwork and the moves that you can do have me intrigued.
Jay and Silent Bob, Chronic Blunt Punch. I mean, it looks okay. I'm not gonna crash out over being called a gay like someone had about being called a dwarf. Still embarrassing though. I mean, it looks good. Again, it all depends on how tight the gameplay is, right?
Exactly. I'll wait for the reviews. Bandai Namco.
Aincrad is in danger. Equilibrium will be lost, and the resurrection of the god of death grows near.
Attention, players. I welcome you to my world.
Destroy the core of life and save this world, or if not,
So you're playing a video game about somebody
will
who's stuck in a
come
video
for
game.
us all.
Okay, so if you haven't realized yet, TJ, this is Echoes of Aincrad. Aincrad is the world in Sword Art Online. This might be the first actual Sword Art Online game where you don't play as the actual people from the
You're
game.
playing as the creation. Okay. It's interesting.
Where you are the hero. No more carrot toes.
Together.
Right. I'm not gonna let you get away with this.
I hope that's gameplay in this stuff. It's not a cutscene. You can do Marvel style tag team moves.
I just hope that there isn't a bait and switch because every single Sword Art Online game is like, you are the hero now and you can play. And then, like, 2 hours in, they're like, oh, psych, you're actually going to play as the main guy from the game and you're going to do that.
Psych!
Yeah, it's like, wow. The Echoes of Aincrad, Sword Art Online.
Okay.
Free beanie.
No, it's not free. It's like a deluxe super pack. All right, what the hell is this? Oh, yeah, by the way, there's a new Onimusha game.
Oh, shit.
Way of the Sword. Capcom proudly presents the latest all-new entry to the Onimusha Swordplay action series.
I'm surprised.
Wow, it really looks like
For a
Onimusha.
soul-shaking swordplay action adventure in the Onimusha series' signature dark fantasy style. Onimusha Way of the Sword is set in 17th century Edo period Kyoto. You'll fight your way through iconic locales such as Kiyomizu-dera Temple. The protagonist, a lone samurai, Miyamoto Musashi.
Let's see your best, then, eh?
Musashi set out on his journey with a simple goal: master the sword and stand peerless above all swordsmen. But the Genma had other plans.
Weren't we just complaining about Musashi?
We just did. And then he shows up here.
Musashi is struck down, but finds himself revived with an Oni gauntlet on his arm. Now, Musashi has a new goal: rise up
You're playing
against
as
the
him?
monstrous Genma ravaging the land, and carve himself a new fate. But his path is not a lonesome one. A vibrant cast of allies awaits.
Musashi!
And his old rival, Sasaki Ganryu, stands firmly in his way.
Oh shit!
With blade in hand and fate in the balance, will Musashi's bloody battles against formidable foes deliver him hope or despair?
I'm shocked it took this long for
Kyoto's history
Onimusha
is
to come back.
abound with many strange
Oh,
tales
yeah.
and unsettling mysteries. And you can experience strands of these hidden legends woven throughout the story.
I think the third game really
Ring
killed it
steel
when
on steel,
John Renault was in
intense
it.
duels. Reduce
Oh, it
enemies
went
to
off the rails,
pieces
true.
with a devastating Isen.
But then you have Dawn of
Parry and
Dreams.
deflect attacks with well-timed blocks to turn the tide of battle in your favor.
Onimusha tactics were surprisingly good though.
And, of course,
They even have the
absorb
Smash Bros.
souls with
remote.
the
Remember
Oni
that shit?
Gauntlet to recover health or ready powerful abilities. Moving from one bloody and desperate battle to the next, Musashi searches for his reason to fight. What answers will he find at the end of his blade?
Yeah, I like that it has the souls like BS, but it's still
Miyamoto
Onimusha
Musashi
somehow.
walks the perilous path of the Onimusha.
Well, I mean, they really started it with the whole like parrying system and like
That's
getting
true.
more stuff from it.
And on it, a new
But
legend.
I think it was more. Onimusha
Will
was
be
more
forged.
forgiving with Dark Souls.
Yeah.
I've been to that pagoda, you know, that one in Kyoto.
Yeah.
I've been there.
The Onimusha 1 and 2 pack is now available. Overrated franchise. What? I thought it was
Underrated.
good.
Capcom never wanted to make Onimusha until now.
I think it was unique for the time when it came out.
PlayStation.
What we got next? Oh, Tank Rat.
Yeah.
This is the one TJ wanted me to show.
PGs, yeah. Yes.
Car combat, baby!
Well, it's like a tank. It's not really cars, TJ. What is this shit?
I know we've never quite seen eye to eye. Believe it or not, Whitaker, we want the same thing. It's all out there in the zone. You never know what you might find.
So you're like a little
Drone.
like,
Yeah, you're
like a
hijacking
drone that
machines.
attaches themselves to tanks.
Yeah.
I used to drive a tank. Did I tell you that?
No.
I'm not
You've never told us
surprised.
that, Mark.
You saying that, I'm not shocked.
It was awesome.
You used to drive the tank? So
I have a license to drive a tank.
so did you ever fire the gun? Or
No, I was.
No, it was a driver.
I know that's what I'm saying, but that's why I asked if you ever
No.
fired the
So
gun.
the one I drove was a F43. It had you could mount a GPMG gun to the top, but it didn't have its own turret. It wasn't that kind of tank. I'll show you a photo of it later. It was fucking rad, man. I loved that. I loved doing all that. I crashed one of them as well.
Oh, shit.
All right. We're coming to the time of the show where we're going to go ahead and do the Ask Us Anything stuff. We're going to go over the polls. And then this will be the last Saturday where we do the polls. Or not the polls, the Ask Us Anything. We'll go over the polls and stuff still on Saturdays, but the Ask Us Anything is going to be moved until Thursday.
Good riddance.
So that means Wednesday, I will remind everyone, since I figure Wednesday is the member stream, So we'll do the member stream, and I'll remind everyone about the Ask Us Anything, and I'll put it up on Wednesdays now, right? And then that way Thursday we'll read them off. So 6 days ago, I reminded everyone that I took 2 days off for my birthday, on Monday and Tuesday. We didn't do any streams. We're not. Everyone says I'm money hungry, but I'm over here taking days off for my birthday to celebrate, to go touch grass, smack that ass. Don't forget Johnny Scab. He did a in-depth look at the gnome problem in CG. I definitely would go watch that. If you got an hour to spare, it's a really good in-depth look at what's going on with some of the weird situations. And Johnny Scab is John Malin's right-hand man, so.
That's right.
I said, should we read the Ask Us Anything questions on Sunday from now on?
Oh.
You guys wanted Sunday. But overwhelming. But I think moving it to Thursday is better. Someone had suggested in the comments.
Thursday.
Why does everybody hate the Ask Us Anything on a Saturday so much?
I think because less people are watching the Saturday show.
And it doesn't suit, right? Like we're talking about video games, and then all of a sudden people are asking drama questions.
Yeah. Sketchbook is the one who said on Thursday for unfiltered fun.
Yeah,
right. So you're going with that one?
Yeah. So that's what we're going with. Because I do think when he said it, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Thursday, more people are watching. I'm a little, depending on how much liquor you guys give me, who knows what sort of wild and crazy things.
What do you do on Sundays at Suburbs?
Yeah.
Even that doesn't fit it. Yeah, but even that doesn't fit it because that's a promotional stream, isn't it?
Yeah, we did it last week. So we did it 2 weeks because we had off on Saturday for various reasons. And that's why I was like, oh, we didn't do a Saturday show, so we're gonna read them on Sunday. And then I was just like, maybe I should move them to Sundays. And then the Thursday option came up, and I was like, yeah, Thursday's better. Don't forget, Finnbar, you did some voice work. How was that? How was your little comic dubbing?
I recorded that 18 months ago, so it's been in the works for that long.
I know, but how was the reception on it?
It was really good. Obviously, I got to watch it for the first time the other night when it premiered, and it was excellent.
I'm going to watch it straight after.
Highly encourage everybody to go watch it. We got 1.2k views on it so far. That's quite good.
Does anyone say anything good about Finnbar's performance? Let's see.
No, I got negative comment though. They saying I don't. One guy said that the British accent is not convincing enough, and I had to reply, "I am British."
Why was I about to hear it's not conducive to? I had a feeling somebody said it's not conducive to Constantine.
Here it is. So Schmuck Norris says,
Schmuck Norris, yeah.
Keep practicing these dubs, I guess. This is not good, though. First off, the British accent doesn't work at all. Completely immersion breaking. Imagine listening to James Bond and him sounding like Tony Soprano. Would be a little odd, right? Same thing.
What?
Second, slow down. You're pacing way too fast. Jesus, this is actually unwatchable, my dude.
My guy.
Your British accent is so bad.
Schmuck Norris is probably an American man telling me, a Brit, that my British accent's not good enough.
Yeah,
it's absurd.
It says, first off, Constantine is British, and the voice actor is appropriately British, mate. British. I find that very amusing.
Well, so this is a remaster. Dead Guy did this a long time ago, and he did all the voices for it. And admittedly, he'll admit this as well. His Constantine was not great. His British accent was not really, wasn't good. And also the pacing on that one was quite quick. Maybe this guy accidentally watched that one instead of this one.
What if Dead Guy uploaded the wrong one?
No, because we all watched it.
I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of. Like he uploaded the wrong one.
But we deliberately slowed the pacing down for this one because the other one was so the other one was like 3 parts together. It's a 3-book series, damned. And it was about 35 minutes, I think it took for him to get through all 3 books. This one is only half of it, like the first issue and half of the second issue. And this on its own is 32 minutes, and he said the next one comes in at 45. So we slowed it down quite a bit compared to the previous one. So Schmuck Norris can fuck off.
Man, someone can't take criticism.
He said I sound like Tony Soprano. That the guy hasn't watched the right video.
I think no.
Finnbar's
You know what?
performance went down faster than a vape shop in
Oh.
Scotland.
It seems
Too
to me
tsunami, man.
is, that guy is a normie. Like he's used to what's his name, Keanu Reeves, being
How does
Constantine.
Samba Gogo know about the vape shop? Are you British?
Frog Tony, I just realized I made a mistake and put my long rant in one of your live stream instead of your Ask Us Anything post. I know. I think you meant you put it in the Ask Us Anything instead of the live stream, because you literally put it right here. All right. So just another guy says, I don't think the Hulk is the strongest. It's so easy to introduce a character that deals damage without causing pain. They can also make a character that shuts off emotion. Reason they did not is because Hulk is too popular. Edit, unless they already did. I wouldn't know because I'm surface level tourist.
What's the question?
It's not really. I guess the question is there a character that is strong and turns off?
I think no. The idea is the Hulk is ever evolving. He's always evolving. He's always becoming something more dangerous. That's the idea, right?
Well, the Hulk is the strongest, first off. It's literally in the little blurb. He's the strongest creature to walk the face of the earth. Okay? So first off, Hulk is the strongest. It says so. Marvel canon. Okay? Secondly, he deals damage without causing pain. I don't know. How can you deal damage without causing pain? Right? Like if you damage someone, then there would have to be a pain associated with it. Right? Unless you have a power.
Is he in pain? Like Bruce Banner clearly is in pain while doing this shit.
Strongest crybaby. Internal
Careful, that's
damage.
Tony's boy.
No, but even if you get internally damaged, you'd fucking be in pain. Right? They can make a character that shuts off emotion. The reason they did not is because Hulk is too popular. I mean, the Hulk was super popular at one time. He was like their flagship character, even more so than Spider-Man. I mean, that's why the Hulk had a TV show, damn it.
Yeah, shitty one.
It was a great one. What are you talking about? Bill Bixby,
No, was...
Lou Ferrigno. Lou Ferrigno was so good as the Hulk that they kept calling him back to be the voice of the Hulk every time the Hulk was made. He's in the first Hulk movie as the voice of the Hulk.
They couldn't even get him to. I don't know if it was the death of the Incredible Hulk or the trial of the Incredible Hulk, where Bill Bixby had a beard. They couldn't even get Lou Ferrigno to grow a beard to match it.
Well, the Hulk shouldn't have a beard.
If Bruce Banner has a beard, the Hulk should have a beard.
Depends on depends on the comic. I've seen several comics where Bruce Banner has a beard and then the Hulk just doesn't. It's like why the Hulk always has purple pants on.
Is it a full beard though, or just like?
Yeah, like a full beard.
Remember, Thunderbolt Ross still had his mustache. I'm not talking about the movie.
So
the
when
comic book.
No, he didn't. TJ, that was a different Red Hulk.
Talk about the comic book one.
Yeah, so am I.
Huh.
There's a Red Hulk with the mustache, and it was not Thunderbolt Ross. It was someone else.
Yeah, but when he's first revealed, that was Thunderbolt Ross.
The first reveal, he didn't have the mustache.
And he had no mustache. Yeah.
Right. And then there's a Red Hulk that has the mustache, but it's not Thunderbolt Ross. It's a different guy that is the.
But from what TJ's saying, they couldn't have revealed him with the mustache right away because it was supposed to be a mystery to the reader as well.
Yeah. And
you would immediately go, that's fucking Thunderbolt with a mustache.
Right. But what I'm saying is, there'll be like a Hulk with a mustache because the guy has a mustache, and then there'll be a Hulk that doesn't have a mustache, even if the guy does have a mustache. See, like Thunderbolt Ross has a mustache, but his Red Hulk doesn't. Robert Maverick,
right.
Magnum.
Depending on the Hulk, there's different versions of them that have the mustache, that don't have the mustache.
I can't believe the Hulk and the Agents of Smash was an actual thing. That show was crazy.
See, Maverick's human form after having overtaxed. He's red with a mustache. I mean, the Maestro has a full beard.
The Maestro has a beard. That's right.
So,
and he's got a Hulk Hogan haircut, right?
Yeah. Count Dankula covered it too. What?
He's talking about the fire. The thing he's talking about, the vape shop.
Oh.
I didn't know it was global
Oh.
news. I didn't think it was that important.
It says, well, the Hulk is physically strong. They don't defend his strength via psychic abilities or whatever metric they're talking about. Those aren't mustaches. Those are milk stashes from drinking their mommy's milk. But I mean, the Hulk is the strongest physical strength person in the Marvel Universe.
And there are lots of other characters, that are universe breaking. Hulk isn't one of them, but he is the strongest. I guess that's how it works.
It's weird because obviously, like, the Hulk is the strongest, but like I would imagine Galactus would probably, like, if the Galactus put his hand down to crush the Hulk would not be able to, like, stop him, right?
Right.
So clearly there's obviously characters stronger than the Hulk. He's just like the strongest of, like, the non-cosmically powered individuals, right? I mean, depending on the reality, Hyperion is stronger than the Hulk in different realities, right? So either way, Hulk is still the best. Ivor says, how much more karma will Synynic need to endure before he is humbled? Lots more. I don't think he can be humbled. I don't think he understands what
He's way too
is.
spoiled. He's raised different.
I think he'll leave. He'll leave before he humbles himself.
At the very moment where, he's about to get pulled up on, poof, he's gone.
Dennis says, what do you think will be Cindy's next move? It's going to be the same move he's been using, to lie. He's trying to now connect me to Trixie. Despite Trixie being friends with Riley, he's trying to make it seem like I'm friends with Trixie, which is weird because Trixie's only been on our show twice. I'm not friends with Trixie. I'm not enemies with Trixie, right? Like, I'm not, like, attacking Trixie, but I'm not calling Trixie on the phone either. We're not friends. We're two people that know each other through Riley, and we just don't have issues with each other, and that's about it, right? Hulk strength is infinite, right? I'll give him that. Put him in an angry room before letting him loose against an enemy. It depends on the writer. It depends on the iteration of the Hulk.
Yep, like Rutherford McCubb was saying.
Yeah, theoretically, his anger should be infinite. But I've argued this before too. I love the Hulk, but I've argued there has to be a limit. Like, there has to be something that makes him the most mad, right? Like, if you killed Betty, that would be the most mad. So, like, he shouldn't be getting any madder in any other situation after that, right? Like, that should be like his limit.
Planet Hulk was a thing. World War Hulk was a thing.
Yeah, but again, like, he was mad because his family got killed, right? And that should be it. Like,
actually, you're right.
DJ, let me put you this way: what's the worst thing that could happen to you, right? Like, they kidnap your wife and they rape her repeatedly for a month. Like, that's it. Like, you can't be madder than that. Like, there's nothing they can do, right? Like, that would be it. There should be a limit. I know he's limitless, but there should still be a limit because anger isn't limitless. It's not the length of his anger. It's supposed to be the amount of anger, right?
Yeah.
The madder he gets. Not like the longer I'm mad, the stronger I get. It's just the madder.
Or they delete all of his save games on his PlayStation. Can I get much madder than that?
There you go.
Cindy's new thing is saying Mint is going after Katie's kids is embarrassingly desperate. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Going after her kids? In what way? Stalking
So
them?
Katie said, kept going like, hey, I can't do the show today because I got to do something with the kids' school, or I can't do the show today because the kids got a thing going on. And so Mint was like, hey, I looked at the district map or the district school calendar, and it said like those events aren't going on. Katie's lying. And because she said I looked at the district school calendar, Katie and them are going, Mint's stalking Katie's kids, and she's trying to find out where they're at, and she's gonna like go to the school and like kidnap them and stuff. And it's like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, so calling Katie on her bullshit means Mint is now like some psychopath in a white van pulling up to her kid's school.
And keep in mind, these are internet tough guys who are saying this shit. It's very absurd.
Who's an internet tough guy?
Synynic said that he would smack me on site, Finnbar, on site. And then I told him we'll be at an event together. And then he said, well, actually, I have to.
I need to be a professional.
I need to be a professional. I can't fight you. Then he said he's staying home. Him and Dark Gift both said they would beat me up. And I said, hey, if you show up to the event and get in my face, I will definitely not back down. And I will.
What happened to the one where Ruby was coming to your house?
Oh, he also isn't coming because I called his mom a whore. I said, Ruby, your mom's a fucking whore. And she really is. Ruby's mom is a fucking whore that will suck anyone's dick. Just pull your dick out in front of Ruby's mom and she instantly gets down on her knees that she's that much of a whore. I said that and he said, well, because Tony made fun of my mom and said that he wants to fight me, that means I win. I win because he said he's going to fight me.
He told my mom, I win.
Yeah, he sure showed you.
Yeah, he sure showed me. Because all of them wanted to run their mouth. And then the second I said, hey, I'm willing to fight you, let's fight. They all said, no, actually, you know what? You lose because you responded. Dark Gift says he might not go for the Fans Fest because he's scared that I will physically harm him. Cindy said he's not going because he has to. What do you say?
You little.
I have to be professional.
He has to be professional. That's what he said.
The AI somehow captured his body type.
He also said this, Finnbar. I don't know if you heard this, but he said this.
That diet isn't conducive to being a farmer.
This is where the conducive things come from.
Yeah. He was watching Liam on a stream. Liam was doing a stream, and he said, oh, you're not a farmer. Your diet isn't conducive to being a farmer. And everyone's like, what the fuck does that even mean?
What a strange thing to say. Like he has his own Sturgisms, right? Like
Liam isn't sitting there like eating like fucking like cake. He's just like sitting there eating cake and ice cream. Where you're like, oh man, clearly you're not a farmer because you're like overweight and out of shape. Like Liam just looks like a normal farmer dude, like fucking big corn-fed fucking Nebraskan, right? But obviously he's Australian, but still.
It's time to go outside. Right? These fucking not know there's a war going on, huh?
True.
Get signed up.
It says, play Finnbar the clip. I'll send it again. We'll send it. Be careful, Tony. Little Cynthia's power move will be throwing his high chair at you. Somehow, you made me forget you missed nearly 2 weeks of videos leading to that pod-awful clip one. Huh? 2 weeks of videos of what?
Wait, is there some gold in there?
Yeah.
Sounds interesting.
Tell us later, Sandman. You're too cryptic, man. You're like the real Morpheus.
Yeah, actually.
It's easier enough to just explain that Mint is annoying as fuck. Why reinvent the wheel? I'm not on any side.
No, they want
Ruby
to make
only
her
has
into a
courage
demon.
to shake down the potatoes. That's
not a good look. That fucking pedo tax thing that he was doing. Not a good look.
Oh, he said uploading videos. Somehow you made me forget you missed nearly 2 weeks of uploading videos. I didn't miss. I said I was going to stop uploading daily and start doing better, more quality. Sandman. I literally made a video saying, hey, I'm not going to necessarily do daily uploads anymore. I just did it for the 3 months to like, now that I know I can, I'm going to start doing more quality videos. But yeah, you said play Finnbar the clip. I'll send it again. And then you said what? I said, go ahead, send me the clip. And you're like, what? Okay, so Ivor said, can we get Finnbar's take on Synynic and his motivations now that he's been exposed as a dwarf?
Well, his motivations, I always thought, was to get YouTube big, was to get famous on YouTube. But if you're asking me what his motivations are now that he's been exposed as a dwarf, I don't know. I think you should just lean into it. If he's a dwarf, so what?
No, the problem is YouTube,
But he's denying it. He's denying that he is. So
no, YouTube is like isekai for him, right? Like he pretends to be somebody else. That's the problem. We ruined that for him.
yeah, but when it becomes so overwhelmingly obvious that you are that, you may as well just lean into it or fuck off.
Like
Well,
I'm trying
Finnbar,
to.
he's Finnbar. I want you to understand this, okay? So we didn't do this. We didn't do this. But the person that figured out who he is, he took a picture of Synynic's dog that Synynic posted. So it is 100% verified to be Synynic's dog. Synynic posted it on Twitter. They took that picture. They analyzed it. They found out what kind of breed of dog he was. They went by Synynic's words about where he said like he lives and all that. And so they figured out where the breeder was. They got the breeder of the dog, and that guy told him who he had sold that dog to, right? And so then they looked up Facebooks of that name, right?
Yeah. This
So
is
they
the name
found
that we.
someone- so
This
they
is,
found- hold on. They found someone on Facebook that lived in the same state, in the same city as Synynic. Then that dog picture, they found a picture of the exact same dog that had the exact same name, same breed, same name of the dog.
So many
Of
coincidences.
an individual with the exact same name as the name that Synynic is used on his PSN profile. So you got the exact same dog, so same breed of dog with the same name in the same state, in the same city, of a guy using the exact same name as Synynic, also in the same industry, real estate, as Synynic. And Synynic claims that actually that was a different guy, and
but
it
but
wasn't
it's
him.
the same guy in the photo that he sent into that group. Remember, TJ?
Yes.
It's the
Turns
same
out, yes.
actor, same guy.
Yeah.
Well, it's him.
No. Here's what he's claiming, Finnbar. He's claiming that photo and the other photo of just the up close of the dude is him, and that the dwarf photos aren't him.
But
Even
it's
though
clearly the same person.
photos all
Clearly
come
the
from
same
his
person.
Facebook account.
He just happens to look really, really like him,
Yeah.
and he's on
Yeah.
his Facebook. Look,
The amount
listen,
of cope.
I get it, right? The guy wanted to portray himself as a bit, as a normal sized person, let's just say, right? And he's not. Just either lean into it or fuck off. One of the two.
It's too late. Even if he leans into it, it's too late. Nobody will care. And now, what I'm trying to do now, I'm this petty. I'm trying to steal Gojo from him.
Right,
So
but
I'm
when
TJ Gojo now.
do you know way back when we were cool and we were all talking to each other in that Void group? Had he said then he was a midget, I wouldn't have given a fuck.
True.
I'd have just went, that's cool, man. You could get into like Mexican wrestling with all the other little guys.
But here we are.
But
He's
it's the fact
Gojo.
that if he's going to keep denying it, people are going to dig more.
Oh, people are going to
Right?
keep harassing
Those
him
people
till
that
the
have
day
already,
dies.
those people that have already connected those dots that you were talking about before, that's some autist levels of fucking digging,
Yeah.
right?
He pissed that many autists off. Yeah.
So, I
Just
mean,
lean
this
into
shit
it,
does
man.
seem gay all around. I agree with you. But again, this is a guy who's yelling at people and going, I'm a fucking Chad. I got women coming in and out of my house. You're ugly and you're not
You're
getting
fat.
any women.
You're
and
old.
no one likes you. And I go, yeah, but you're a fucking dwarf.
Yeah, like we've gone so far.
Everything he says is meaningless now because he is a dwarf.
We've gone so far to the point that he's argued with so many people that people aren't going to leave him alone now, unfortunately, even if he
Yeah.
wants them to.
It says, what do you think Wiz thought when he learned Synynic was a dwarf? So this is the guy whose advice on women I was listening to and chose to follow and point up.
Yeah, that's all there is.
But Tony, the blonde wig, said it was fake, and she would never lie to CG.
Oh, never ever.
How about using the leader of DB's Red Army as a template for Cindy memes?
So stop, right? What is he saying is fake? The name.
No, he's saying that that's not him.
The name
that
is real.
he's not the midget
He's admitting
guy.
to the
He's
name,
saying
right?
he's not the dwarf, even though
No,
gets
he's
mad
not admitting
every
to
time
any of
people
it.
call him
He's
a
saying
dwarf.
that's not me. I'm not the midget guy. You have doxed someone else. You're actually doxing someone else, and it's really shitty that you would dox someone else like that.
We have a mutual friend.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
We
call him a
yes.
friend, right?
we went through all of that. Finnbar. We literally
went through
said
all
that
of
the
that.
name we were given and the photo matches, and he's still like, no, that's
And
not
it's
me.
Red also bug though, and he wants credit for that.
Oh, he wants credit.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. So
Yeah.
Red.
Finnbar. He got DG to go on stream and goes, I seen I seen Synynic. It was a dark room, and I only seen his head, and so it kind of looks like that guy, and maybe it's him. But Tony's lying, and it's not him.
Fucking hell, Synynic, just lean into it,
The
man.
amount of cope, and this is why people will never leave him alone.
Jibber says it doesn't matter. Tony is missing teeth or Sin is short. Jabbing at that just looks childish. I think it's just, again, you have jabbed at me for 18 months, and you've taken every opportunity to point out any flaws, whether real or perceived, right? So I'm going to go ahead and return the favor. Yeah, it's childish. I admit it. I admit it's petty and childish.
We did the same with Sturgis. We found ourselves the new Sturgis. Let the games begin.
He called it a potential dox. They also were going, you're potentially doxing Synynic. And I go, what the fuck are you talking about? Well, that's not him, but it could be him. And if it was him, then you would be doxing. I'm like,
did you use his name?
Are you retarded? No.
That's not a dox then.
We blanked out his name.
Even EVS has come out and said, shut up. There's no such thing as a face dox. Synynic's got morons out there getting in arguments about the technical classification of dwarfism like they're a fucking dude, it is so
it's bright as day. Look at this picture. It's bright as day. The symptoms are there. What are we talking about?
TJ, beyond all that, you don't understand. There's a guy on Twitter that went, Synynic's not a dwarf because dwarfs are 4'10". I don't know how tall. No. Hold on. Because he goes, I don't know how tall Synynic is, but he's not a dwarf. And I go, how can you say he's not a dwarf and then also admit you don't know how tall he is? He didn't go, I know Synynic is 5 foot and 5 foot means not a dwarf. He went 4'10" equals dwarf. I don't know how tall Synynic is, but he's definitely not a dwarf.
4'10" and below.
Yeah.
We're not even saying
all of these people are coping.
We're not even saying dwarfism, born with dwarfism.
His proportions are dwarfish.
Yeah, we went, hey, did any of you actually see his legs? And they all went, no. We went, hey, all Synynic has to do, he doesn't have to show his face. Put a fucking mask on, right? So we can hear your voice.
We've seen his
Put
face.
Your camera on, stand up, and show your fucking legs.
Oh, the rest of the body, yes.
But why not even show his face? Because we've seen his face.
Well, because he goes, I can't show my face because I signed an agreement with the real estate agency that I won't say certain things online. And I'll get in real big trouble with the federal government because the equal housing laws. Because Synynic is a realtor, and realtors can't say the N-word online, right? They can't be perceived to be racially biased against potential clients. And so basically, Synynic can get into big trouble. Fines. People were fined thousands, tens of thousands of dollars for calling a black guy the N-word, which led to this whole idea that realtors have to sign this morality agreement, basically. Right?
Wow. That was a bit of a faux pas then, wasn't it?
Yeah. And that's what everyone said. Everyone said, hey, maybe you shouldn't be saying the N-word. Like, if you signed this agreement and you knew the consequences, that's on you. That's not on us, buddy.
If you find yourself another job or stop being wild online.
And so, like, he could just, like, put a mask on so we can't see his face, but we could hear his voice. And then he could just show his body. And I said, hold a piece of paper up that we decide what you can write on. That way we know it's not a video. And there you go.
No, but then that could be anybody. So I disagree.
No, that's why we have to hear his voice. That's why I said we have to hear you talk, right? So we know it's you. And then we also have to have you write on it so we know that it's not recorded and it wasn't like a pre-recorded.
Even then, that's not conclusive to me. I'd need to see his face.
I think he's also embarrassed about his face because he looks exactly like my profile picture right now. Like,
well, no, I think that he is a dwarf. He doesn't want to admit to being a dwarf. He's lied to all these people. He's assured them that he's not a dwarf, but he really is. That's why he took that picture that's super cropped, right? And it's like super cropped to make him look like a normal person. Like, oh, look at me, I'm a super alpha Chad.
But upon analysis, you start seeing that his shoulders are quite tiny, right?
Yeah. Remember, when he sent that picture to Ray, when he had that picture sent to Ray, he was bragging about, oh, that's right, I'm a stud. And Ray thinks I'm hot. Look at me, I'm a fucking stud. And then everyone found out he's a fucking dwarf. And like, oh, you're clearly not a stud. Clearly, all the things that you've been saying and all the bullshit that you've been spewing and all the venom and bile that you've been talking about other people and that they're fat and ugly and goofy looking. Clearly, that's all you. You're
Yeah.
that guy.
I said
Big
when
dwarf.
he sent that picture into that group, I said he looked like a young Edge. Do you remember that, TJ?
Yeah.
Now, ironically, Edge is about 6'4".
Dude, I always maintained there was something off about Synynic. His behavior was far too paranoid and hateful for him to be a normal, chill dude. I was right.
True.
All right, so let's watch this clip real quick.
No audio.
No audio. Is this the conducive to farmer?
What?
Right.
You said no audio?
No
No
audio.
How is there fucking no audio? I hate StreamYards. Try it again.
Business
audio?
accounts for my farm and my business accounts for my foreign exchange account. It's all.
Dog, you don't have a farm. Stop with that one. All right, dude. Like, you just don't have a farm. Your hours that you keep on live streams are not conducive to a farmer. Your diet is not conducive to a farmer. And I say that because you're not out there. There's no way the way you talk about your diet, or the way you eat, like the way your diet is, your sleep schedule, and you sleep on a couch, and all this stuff is not conducive to a farmer. It is
business account.
Guys, farmers never sleep on the couch. You said you slept on a couch. You can't be a farmer.
Liam looks disheveled like a farmer.
Liam has videos of him out on his farm farming.
It's like Stray Bean said, he looks like the NPC farmer. Like he looks like he just came out of the farm.
Like did Liam rent someone's farm to like shoot a video so he could pretend like he's a farmer? Like oh man, let me pretend like I'm a farmer. Let me go on your farm and do all this stuff. It's so stupid to like say Liam is not a farmer.
This is a guy who clearly hasn't touched grass or had any, social interactions with different people.
Well, he's online a lot, right? So, and now that we know, he's
now
a
it's
midget,
very obvious.
Now we
Yeah.
understand why. But he
There's nowhere
needs
else to
show-
go.
But no, he needs to show his face if he's gonna do that thing you said. Otherwise, I'm not accepting it. There's too much shenanigans possible if you do it any other way.
Yeah, like I said, it's just so funny that he would like.
Nigel, yep.
Your
The fake
diet
voice.
is not conducive to being a farmer. Your sleep schedule.
I always knew there was something off with his voice. Like it's clearly not coming out of his diaphragm. It's very nasally. It's very like chipmunky, right? And then he's like forcing it to be deeper every time he gets mad. Even though he sounds really like this. Fuck you. Like, come on, it's way too obvious.
No farmer ever took a nap on a couch, obviously.
Well, no farmer owns a couch, obviously.
I think that I was saying earlier in midstream that I think that if he's 4'11" as a realtor, he probably makes all the houses look huge. Like he's like, here's your living room. Look how big it is. I was like, oh my god, you get such a good deal. Like this house is like, look at all the square foot. Right, so we got 2 questions that were added. Morpheus snuck them in. Hold on, damn it. Wrong button. He says, crossing off my GG question, is there any lore you remember about Zoe taking the game off of Steam after a rape threat letter, or Greenlight? I guess the avenue she published it to Steam. I assume removing it from the former would also remove it from the latter. I think Depression Quest was on Steam Greenlight. That was like the program they had, which was like early access or something like that, right? I don't remember her taking it off because of any rape threat letter or whatever. I don't. They would always make these claims, right? They would claim that they were getting rape threats or like letters or emails, death threats and all this stuff. And then when people would ask them to prove it, they never would, right? They would never show it.
Yeah.
They would never show, well, here's the letter and here's the date and here's the email address or here's the person that sent it. It was always like, oh, trust us, bro. We're getting it. Like, oh, you don't believe me because you don't believe women. You hate women. So I think maybe she just took it down and it was all like part of the playing the victim shit, right? It probably wasn't getting a lot of attention. So she took it down. And then when asked about it, she made up I got threatened. That's why I took it down. Because clearly, if there was a rape threat, a credible rape threat or a rape threat letter when the FBI investigated, they would have noted that, and they never did, as far as I know, as far as I'm aware. Between all the because all the Gamergate stuff was released with the Freedom of Information Act stuff, right? So it says, what is going on with my boy Randall? Cut me a segment, catch up, please. I'm seeing so much shit lol that I missed somewhere. Something about him being impersonated by Wheeler and he's taking folks to court.
What?
Man, did shit like fucking
Oh yeah, shit got escalated. With
Is this on
Randall
Twitter?
and,
Because Sandman's not on Twitter, is he?
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, it's all on Twitter. They tried taking down his account. Now we don't know if it's actually them or Ripotards. But you never know, right?
well, hold on. So here's what I know, and I'll go through this because we have Randall's account, right?
Well, access to it.
Yeah.
No, we
What he
we're just
says.
on Twitter. Like we can just go look.
Yeah. Yeah, I follow him now.
So here's what I know happened. Randall was arguing with these idiots, right? With Synynic and all these idiots, and his account got locked.
And of course, Stray Beans is in there. Started shit up.
Look at this. Same body type. Again.
Well, this is what it started with, Stray Beans. But we'll get to the Randall stuff. So Randall comes in, knows the happenings in there, yada, yada, yada. So Randall says, he says, I'm not fucking you, Stray, no matter how long you keep begging. And Stray Beans has never asked to like, this is the weird thing they do all the time when you're like, you're a dwarf. He's like, I don't want to have sex with you. Like, no one ever invited you to have sex with me. Why would you say that? Like, so Synynic always does this weird, him, Ruby, and them always do this weird, like, deflection to, like, sexual shit.
Yeah.
So Randall says, only a freak show reject would think anything about those pictures are sexual. He says, you keep hitting on me, Randall. You're going to every comment I make in defending Islamic terrorism and marrying 9-year-olds just because I hurt your feelings. You're still a failure change and a pedo defender. Good job there, Spurg. So Mike Wheeler, obviously, he always has been going at Bosch.
Bosch, that's right.
Anti-Muslim stuff. And basically Randall, like, oh, why are you defending Muslims? You know they want to marry 9-year-olds, right? And so I guess Mike is like, no, you're wrong because Muslims are not like that or whatever.
He'll prefer Muslims over Bosch.
Yeah.
The insanity.
It says accusing someone of that is not a good thing, Randall. People in Comicsgate will not approve. Will not approve of what, Mike? First off, you're not in Comicsgate. Secondly, if Randall said fuck Muslims and you went I love Muslims and Randall goes fuck Muslims because they have forced marriages of 9-year-olds and you've defended it in any way, you're the scumbag, not Randall.
You're the one who looks like an idiot.
Yeah. It says you are defending pedos across multiple streams, starting to make it look more likely which reason Sin uses an anime character. Saying child marriage is bad really got you upset, didn't it? No, I'm not, Randall. Quit making things up. He says you absolutely are. Also defending Islamic terrorists with the old there are terrorists everywhere BS. All because I rejected your advances and pointed out you're a failure that needs to change. No, I'm not, Randall. Why are you such a liar, Randall? You lie about me defending pedos. You lie about my wife. Is there anything honest about you? Randall says, you are defending terrorists and forced child marriage because you want my attention so badly. Iran has legal child marriage once the girl is 9. That's what you defend because your feelings are hurt. Better hope you get some more pocket change soon. Yeah, so apparently this all stems from the war in Iran, and Randall saying it's a good thing because Iran has 9-year-old child marriages, and Mike Wheeler saying no, we shouldn't like bomb Iran. I guess
I see a lot of Iranians being happy about it too. You know, they're being liberated from the theocracy, right?
Yeah, he says, no, I'm not, Randall. Quit lying, Randall. Why are you so dishonest, Randall? Why does he keep using his name? Like if that means something. Making claims like that will make people disavow you, Randall. You will not be welcome in Comicsgate, Randall.
Randall.
But his name is in his username, so it's not like.
Yeah, I know. It's weird. It says you came to the defense of child marriage. You tried some whataboutism about some weird sect because I called out Islam permitting marriage to girls under 10. You did the same when I called out Islamic terrorism. You picked your side, and it's pedos and terrorists. No, I didn't, Randall. Quit lying, Randall. You have mental problems, Randall. Comicsgate will disavow you, Randall. You won't have anywhere to go, Randall.
Again with the spamming, Randall.
So here's you defending child marriage again. Whether it's because you support it or because your feelings are hurt over being a failure and needing pocket change is up to you to decide. So here's the
let's see it.
The image, and I will put it in a new tab so I can zoom in. So Randall says disgusting, just like Muslims marrying 9-year-olds. Mike says Christian extremists do it too, Randall. So there you go. That is you defending. You're not saying
you're downplaying what is actually happening with the Muslims.
You're saying, hey, why are you focusing on Muslims when Christians do it? That's not you. You're not saying it's bad. You're not going. You're just saying, oh, they also do it over here. Like that.
Randall is correct.
Weird. Yeah. What you should be saying is, I agree. Marrying 9-year-olds is disgusting. That's what you should be saying. Why are you even bringing in Christian extremists do it too? Hey, pedophiles do it too, but like that's not the point. The point is, he's calling out fucking Muslims, right? Why are you Mike Wheeler defending Muslims marrying 9-year-olds?
Because he's an edgelord. Look, it says in his name.
So Mike says, is this you, Randall? Are you a registered sex offender? So now Mike Wheeler has made this weird, he went and looked up some guy named Randall, who's a different guy. This is Randall McCullum, right? This is Randall McCollum. See that? Collum?
Different guy.
Cullum. This is who he looked up. And Randall clearly says, no, that's not me. Says, no, that's not me. You're really desperate to try to accuse me of something after you got called out for defending pedophilia. And he shows the image again. And he says, Randall, everyone can see your lies. Your screenshot only proves what I am saying is completely true. It shows you are lying, Randall. What else are you lying about, Randall? No, this clearly shows you. He's going disgusting, like Muslim marrying 9-year-olds, and you going in there for some reason to say, what about Christian extremists? Secondly, it's disgusting that Mike would go then look up, like you literally went and looked up registered sex offenders with the name Randall.
Name that's similar.
Yeah. This is like, remember back in the Amiko days when they found my real name, looked it up, and were like, there's this guy in jail. That's you, Tony. And like, no, that's just some other dude that has my name.
There was also that war hero that got his face burnt off. You should have just said you were him.
Dude, there's literally like, I think 50 people with my name in this city, right?
It's quite a common name. Anthony, you know.
Well, I mean, my full name, first name and last name. If you're reading Twitter Spurgery, can you read DG's thing about being insanely sensitive about living paycheck to paycheck?
That got him in his feelings too.
You tagged me, so we will, but it's not done. So he says, false accusations against me over a similar name because you're so hurt over being a failure and needing pocket change. Also, your defense of pedophilia is your own actions, not someone else.
He's not wrong again.
Says, feel free to post your ID and prove it's not you, Randall.
Oh, wow. He wants him to dox himself. Look at this.
He says, trying to use someone with a similar name that's a disgusting criminal to force dox me now. Your hurt feelings are doing to destroy you even worse than you are already. Going to need double duty for that pocket change. You're a liar, Randall. A 14-year-old Randall, really? I have said that is not me. Your desperation is palpable. This is what your little club has become. False allegations to try to force doxing of someone. It still will never change your failure and need for pocket change. Okay, I'm out. So Synynic, who says Mike Wheeler is a good guy. Synynic says, Mike Wheeler's good people, and they've never done anything mean to me. That's why I'll defend them. I'll take slings and arrows for Mike Wheeler. Why aren't you calling out Mike Wheeler? Why don't you say, hey, Mike, that he's clearly not him? You have no idea.
See, that's him wobbling out. He's right. Like he picked the right gift for once.
You should have some fucking balls for once and say,
What?
hey, Mike, he said it's not him. You have no proof that's him. It's just a guy with a similar name. Many people have similar names. You don't know where Randall's from. You don't know that if you said, hey, this is a guy who's the same age as Randall, he's from the same area as Randall, it's fucking Randall's parents, same name, and here's a picture, like then maybe you might have something, but just having a name means nothing. So you should have balls and tell him that, right? Because you Synynic, have been such a fucking bitchy pearl clutcher over other people calling out your fucking friend Ruby for being a fucking pedo sweeper, for your buddy 90s router having pedophiles in his Discord and walking away. And you're saying, everyone's calling people pedophiles. That's bullshit. You shouldn't do that. Well, here's your chance to live by your fucking morals and standards and say, hey, Mike Wheeler, stop calling this guy a pedophile without proof. We as a collective group has decided that was bad and you shouldn't do that. But
Psych.
No, you have no balls, you have no morals, you have no standards. You don't give a fuck when it comes to other people.
You are a dwarf.
It's only when it affects you, only when you look bad or someone around you looks bad, so you look bad by fucking association, that you give a fuck about any of this. So Randall says, so you can't call that out. Supporting false accusations to try to force doxing, your whole group are so scummy. So then DG, I love how like Randall's talking to one guy, right? He's talking to Wheeler, but then Synynic decides to jump in. And then Randall's talking to Synynic and then
tagging each other.
Dark Gift. He didn't tag him. No, there's no tagging. He didn't. They just show up. They just decide to jump into the thread. To be fair, public legal records such as sex offenders list isn't doxing. It's open to the public for a reason, so people know who the monsters are. That's not what he said, you fucking retard. He said you're trying to use someone else's sex offender registry name to force Randall to show his ID to prove that it's not him. That's what he's talking about. Why does Dark Gift never know what the fuck is going on and then just fucking responds to something in such an asinine way that makes no sense to the original conversation? He always does this shit. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I don't know. I just like to talk about things like I'm a fucking authority. He says, accusing someone of being that person because of a similar name and saying they must prove information to deny it is attempting to force a self-dox. Of course, you defended him, though. You've been crying for 6 days. I already told you. Shut the fuck up. You literally went into his fucking Twitter to respond to him. He responds back to you, and you tell him to stop calling and shut up. Let Mike Wheeler accuse you of being a pedophile. And he says, yes, all you cancel pigs want is to shut up anyone that doesn't agree with you. You go so far as false allegations and celebrating people being banned. By the way, always remember, you can only cash a blank check once. Because, Dark Gift, he was told that he has a blank check from EVS over the giving him the trademark. So, they've been harassing Randall for days. Now they're making up accusations about him being a pedophile. They were mad because they tried to claim that Randall wasn't OG CG. And then Randall showed a screenshot showing that actually I've been here since like 2008.
And Randall is a bystander. He's a normal guy. He wasn't in this conflict at all. And then look how they attack him just for questioning their bullshit.
What are we doing here?
This is what we're dealing with. Huh? We are in hell. I'm quoting Stray Beans again. This is hell.
This is worse than the Amiko stuff, Tony, isn't it?
Yeah. Man, in order to show this thread, man, we're doing a Sturgis now. Hold on, because it's like I gotta like fucking go into. Everyone's like quote tweeting everyone and fucking.
It's a real deep dive.
Yeah, and it all started with Little Movie Perp.
Fucking.
And here's how stupid it is, right? So this is gonna start with Little Movie Perp, and it is Little Movie Perp just making a fucking comment. Not even talking to anyone. Just making a comment on Twitter. This is where it starts, okay? Little Movie Perp says, I would love to see what Nolan can do with the horror genre. Guys, this is
To be fair, it's a very provocative statement he's made there.
Yeah.
He's looking
Very,
for
very provocative.
conflict.
So this alt account, I don't know who this fart badge is, but it is clearly an alt account.
Fart badge.
Yeah, if you go to it,
oh boy, I wonder who he follows.
He follows a lot of people, but he joined December 22. The account is from the United States. It had one username change, but he's basically he loves Synynic and all of them, and this account is attacking everyone else. Right?
See, that wasn't hard to find out.
So he comes out. He goes 8 years, 0 features. So if you're wondering what this means, right? So clearly this is our boy, Little Movie Perp and his brother, right? So this all stems from a fight that Little Movie Perp had with Dark Gift. Dark Gift said he's not a real director, and Perp said, "What are you talking about? I directed movies and stuff, right?" And because Little Movie Perp did the short films, and then he ended up getting that deal that fell through, right?
Yeah, but he directed an episode of Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Ash versus Evil Dead.
And so after this argument with Dark Gift was happening, suddenly this account called Fart Vag came out of nowhere and just started like posting this. Like he would just keep fucking like you know how McHugh would just go into comments and just like post the same thing over and over and over again? That's exactly how this account acts. It just posts the exact same thing over and over again.
Could be a McHugh alt.
I wouldn't be surprised.
He says, "Yeah, and I'm still more successful than Dark Gift Comics, lol. He's got like a decade head start too." And so then obviously this guy goes, "DEI hire Andy here thinks he's a successful director, yet no one in Hollywood would hire him despite already working in a TV show." He says, "More successful than Dark Gift Comics, yes, and he's almost 50. It's why he's a drama queen, not a real artist. Easy win. You lost."
Sure showed him.
So then he says, he showed the picture. Fucking Lindsay Ellis.
I love that he's built like Synynic.
He says, "Better than this lost opportunity." And he says, "How so? I got paid more than all of the FFS comics combined. You're mad about that. 8 years, 0 features." See, he just keeps going to the same talking point. Says, "Don't need one, and I'm still more successful than Dark Gift Comics, and I'm younger by a decade. That must hurt him." So then DG, this guy says, "Every director's dream is to leave behind a feature. You're lying to yourself. You fumbled your Hollywood career." I don't know if you know this, but Little Movie Perp, he's not dead yet. He could literally get a job in Hollywood tomorrow, for all we know, right? Next week, he could be fucking directing some blockbuster.
Frogman.
Yeah. So then Dark Gift comes in. He's coping. He can only hope to attain my accomplishment. Dude, what? Dark Gift. What is
Most is like saying this shit? A fucking bartender.
What has he accomplished?
What are we doing here?
Morpheus says, "You missed some of the ones I seen where Randall also said he's going to buy out Divinity. Those were some of the ones I seen." There's some replies to Wheeler where he was saying he better get some chump change because he's going to buy out Divinity Comics. He's got connections. He'll be fine. Yeah, exactly. Now, this is Synynic in a wig. But dude, like I'm not even trying to be funny, right? I'm not even trying to be funny. But what accomplishments has Dark Gift?
People are ridiculous. Zero self-awareness. They just brag for no reason.
He doesn't have any kids, right? So he doesn't like, oh, I got children, I got this legacy, right? So he doesn't got that going for him. He's not married, so he doesn't got that going for him. He hasn't made any sort of book, comic, novel, anything that anyone cares about or remembers, right? There's no movie, there's no fucking TV show, there's no video game. What has he accomplished? What has he done? If I look up Dark Gift's real name on fucking Google, what articles are going to come up about him? at the very least, you can Google fucking Perp's real name and articles about the deals that he was involved in Hollywood and that the opportunities he was going to get that were canceled because of COVID and all that shit. Like they're there. Like there's articles in Deadline. The article that guy keeps fucking putting that is more accomplished than anything that has ever been written about Dark Gift.
Perp
Right?
for a long time went along anonymous as well. He didn't mention any of this until somebody outed him by mistake. Can't remember who that was.
Velociraptor, right?
No, no one outed him by mistake. He appeared on camera.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, just him appearing on camera. He didn't use his name though. His real name.
I didn't use his name either.
No, I know you didn't. But did you? Didn't you? I thought you did.
No. I mentioned the only thing I said was that he had a brother, and he's like, "Oh, dude," I'm like, "What?" I'm like,
Yeah,
"You
that's
talked
it.
about
And
your brother
you made it
before."
so obvious who it was though.
Everyone knew who he was. Come on.
I didn't know who he was.
Don't
I
put
actually
that
didn't
he
really
won.
like him to begin with. I thought he was a smarmy left wing prick to begin with. He grew on me.
He's gotten better. Like if you look up Dark Gift's real name, like some hockey player comes up first.
Maybe
Like,
that's
hold on,
him.
look.
Maybe
No,
he's
it's
a
not
hockey player.
him.
How do you know?
Because that's a guy who's built and muscular, and Dark Gift's a little tiny 50-year-old.
Yeah, but is the hockey player from recent
Yeah.
history? Right, okay. It's not him then. Maybe he's a time traveler. Maybe that's his accomplishment.
So there's nothing. Like there's literally nothing. The only stuff on Dark Gift that you can Google is the shitty comics that he's working on that hasn't released. Right?
How many has he released? I don't know anything about him. I've got to be honest.
How many has he released?
Yeah.
None. He's published other people's comics for them, but nothing that
Under
he's
his own label.
Yeah, under his Dark Gifts
Yeah.
comics.
Lightbringer belongs to Iron Liz.
Has he done well from that or
No.
Nope.
okay?
He's made hundreds of dollars.
Well, I mean, still got. I was going to say a long future ahead of him. Maybe.
Dude, he's been on YouTube. He's bragged about being in Comicsgate for years, right? Like since the beginning. Okay.
Yeah.
So
he's an OG. Yeah.
He's an OG. He's an OG. He has only, in his entire YouTube career, he's been on YouTube for fucking 8 years or so, right? He's only raised $4,916 in super chats over the entirety of his existence on YouTube.
Well, I mean, if he doesn't need that money, that's okay. But if he's trying to make a career of it, no, it's not really enough.
Well, clearly he is asking for super chats and he's trying to like make a career on YouTube. He did how many different fucking shows on YouTube? How many different fucking live streams?
I have no idea. The only show I know he did was, do you remember that one where Matt Barr was on it?
Yeah,
Dillard
Cockfight.
was on it, and another guy was on it, and him.
Cockfight.
Was that what it was called? And then
Yes.
you dropped one of my promo images, the Frogman versus Octogator promo.
Oh no,
image
that was the slum. That was the CG slums.
That's the only show I've ever seen he did, because I think it was his show.
It is.
Yeah.
Right. And
He's been on
only watched
YouTube
that one.
for at least his oldest stream was 6 years ago, and his oldest video is 7 years ago.
Right.
An open letter to Labelgate, anti-Comicsgate. That's when he made his announcement. I'm here to stay. I'm Dark Gift Comics. Coming in hot. So he's been trying. He's been attempting to make a name for himself in the YouTube space. Obviously, in order to sell comics, he's part of the Comicsgate space, right?
Yeah.
$5,000. That's it. That's all he's managed. I made $1,000 in the last 3 months. Less than 3 months this year alone.
I think this is what angers quite a lot of people, is that you just fucking rocked up and then started eclipsing.
I know
them.
that's what's angering a lot of people. I can't help it. Like, what the fuck you want me to do? Not be successful? Like, Tony, you're just too successful at what you do.
Well, give Dark Gift some of your money.
Dude, I've made
Communism.
like
Just pay him money.
Yeah, that's exact. Yes, the
just on
communism
super
model.
chats, right? Not counting the Ko-fi stuff and like not counting the memberships, right? Just the super chats. I've made like $20,000 on YouTube.
Right. Well, I mean, since he's an OG and he did the whole trademark thing, he's owed a tithe. You know, from
I
everybody.
like DG, but he gets some weird takes sometimes. Like he's talking behind the scenes with folks. He's always talking behind the scenes with folks. He's always thinks he's like somebody more important than he is. Again, it's all because he accidentally, he put Comicsgate on a comic because he's retarded. And he's like, oh, look how cool I am. I'll put Comicsgate on this ash can. And then so it became the first published comic with Comicsgate and allowed him to then give the trademark to Ethan, which allowed Ethan to eventually get it in the lawsuit, right?
Oh,
So
because
of that,
because he published it, he gained the trademark.
yeah.
Right. Okay. I don't know how that all came about. That's news to me.
So someone else was doing a comic, and then Dark Gift was doing an ash can for that comic, and on that ash can he put Comicsgate on it, and so that became the first published comics. It was and then obviously then they tried to trademark it, and someone else tried to get it, and then the argument was, well, you don't own it, you can't get it. So then Ethan tried to fight him over it, and so then Dark Gift was like, here, Ethan, you could have the Comicsgate trademark because I did this ash can, blah blah blah. Boom. Did you just reference a scene from American Gangster? So he always thought he was somebody, right? Because Ethan obviously wanted to make sure that Dark Gift wasn't going to like renege on the deal and then like change his mind and be like, no, I'm not going to give you the Comicsgate trademark. And because of that, Ethan's always like, oh, you got a blank check with me, Dark Gift. You could do whatever you want, basically. So Dark Gift has been running around, running his mouth and just saying wild shit, and no one would ever say anything because obviously you get on Dark Gift's bad side, then you're going to get on EVS's bad side. You don't want EVS mad at you over Dark Gift, right? He's not worth the trouble. He's not worth the hassle. And so people would just kind of put up with him. Well, that's all settled and that's all over. So a lot of people no longer have to put up with Dark Gift, right?
So is him and EVS cool currently?
More or less. They're not fighting, but I'm sure if Dark Gift tried to come at him now, it'd be a lot different than if he tried to come at him like 3 or 4 years ago.
Right. But they go way back, so I'm sure there was always ups and downs.
Well, he's literally recently tried to say that, like, oh, yeah, remember when we went to have that dinner with EVS? EVS paid for a Lazmat, and he didn't pay for me. And then some stuff had happened, but I'm not going to say what it was, but, like, it was bad stuff that happened.
Oh.
How ironic that DG is calling Perp El Bundy, since it's exactly what he does. Rehash the one thing he did long ago. What ash can was that? I don't even remember the name of it. It might have been a Hunting Alice ash can for all I know. But anyway, he's coping. He can only hope to obtain my accomplishments. He's El Bundy holding on to his one win in high school. Well, it wasn't one winning play. It was 4 touchdowns in one game at Polk High. Okay. And then so Perp says, my slop is better, lol. It's soulless like you. Typing is art now, don't you know? So he's saying that his AI is not, it's not an art. It's not an art form. He says, never forget, Dark Gift thinks books are magical incantations brought to life by wizardry and or dance, because typing is art now. Apparently typing your book out is not, it doesn't count, I guess. It's a good point. Perp got him on that technicality, right? So then Gray Lightwalker says, haha, sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but considering he has yet to draw interior art for a book that's actually published, I have no idea how he thinks it gets done. So if you don't know this, Gray Lightwalker is actually the writer who wrote the story on which Hunting Alice is based. Gray Lightwalker gave a license, a 3-year license to Dark Gift, which is up this year. If Dark Gift does not have this comic published by this year, Gray says she's taking the book back.
So what is Dark Gift done is he's wrote the story.
He's adapted it. He's adapted the book because she wrote a book that never, it was supposed to be she originally wrote it as a TV show, and then I guess she revamped it into a book, and then Dark Gift met with her and they talked, and so he's like, hey, we can make it into a comic or something. And so then he adapted it into a comic script, and she basically licensed it to him for like 3 years or some shit like that.
Okay.
So he has to get it done by the end of this year, basically. Or
Obviously, she's a bit pissed at him, so she must have been waiting on a cut from the back end.
No, she gave up everything. She said, I don't care. I don't want any money from it. You can keep all the money. She just wants the book out. She just wants her work out into the world so people can read it and see what her story is.
Okay, but if it doesn't make it out, then the rights to it revert back to her anyway, right?
Yeah. And so now Dark Gift is on this whole thing about how like he's trying to blame her for why the book isn't done, and like because he keeps talking about like I consulted with my lawyer and my lawyer said not to release the book, and he's like making all these excuses of why the book's not going to come out, even though people already paid for it. People have paid for the book. People have paid him money in his Kickstarter.
So she's gonna get hunting Alice back, huh? TJ, you up for a side quest? He's gone.
I just came back.
He said you up for a side quest, TJ.
Side quest?
Yeah, if Hunting Alice gets reverted back to the original owner, I guess Finnbar wants you to draw it.
Oh, sounds interesting.
Something to think about, huh?
Could actually make
PG is a chaos agent, but I'm not convinced he is evil. I don't think he's evil. I think he's just stupid.
Yeah, just a
I don't
dumb.
I don't get the feeling the guy's evil. I
just a weasel.
When he was on that stream that I'm talking about, the one that I watched that clip of, I actually thought he was cool. I thought they were all cool, including Matt Barr, until Matt Barr went fucking apeshit and refused to meet me in the ring.
So then Dark Gift says, this is either how retarded they are or disingenuous. We were talking about AI prompts.
They.
So he says, you're just so low on the totem pole of artistry, you think those are the only two options versus your art is just that fucking terrible, Chief. Only friends and family purchase or say it's good, like you're still in middle school, lol. Yeah, his art is fucking retarded. Terrible.
Whose art is that? Is that the pedophile guy?
No, this is Dark Gift's art.
This is him.
All right.
This is his drawing.
So he
look at this gun. This is
like
a gun. This is not a camera. This is a gun.
Is he doing the interiors as well?
He's supposed to be. That's what Gray Lightwalker is saying. Like he hasn't done the interiors. He's done some, but he hasn't finished the interiors for this book. So then Stray Beans comes in and says, Perp, DG said some sad shit on FFS, dude. He candidly said he lives paycheck to paycheck for part of the year. 50 years old, can't budget, no savings, and very sensitive about it. What a life.
So this is where the paycheck to paycheck meme came from.
Yeah. And so then Stray Bean says, and DG is 50 and lives paycheck to paycheck for part of the year. What's your point? I live a humble lifestyle, make a ton of money 10 months out of the year, make above average the other 2 months. I just dropped $16K for a car outright, pay for a mortgage, can pay my dental bills. Where exactly is the own? Well, first off, bragging that you dropped $16K on a car in the US is not a flex, bro. That means you bought a fucking used car, right? You're not buying a brand new fucking 2026 automobile for $16K. Even I, as a non-car owner, know that, right? You're not I would like a brand new Cadillac. Here's $16K. No, you bought some shitty fucking clunker, right? Some shitty fucking used car. Secondly, you didn't deny the living paycheck to paycheck. That's the point. The point is, if you do have, let's say you make a ton of money 10 months out of the year, let's just assume that's true, right? The fact that for the other 2 months you live paycheck to paycheck means that you spend that money just as fast as you get it. Like if you make $5,000 a week and you spend $5,000 a week, well, it doesn't really matter, right? Like you're not rich. You have no money. If your legs get broken, then you're out of work and you fucking lose everything, right? The fact that you have savings, do you have a bank account? Do you have a 401k? Do you have any sort of insurance, right? You're not successful. If you're spending your money, you're not successful. I'm not saying you don't have a good lifestyle. I'm not saying that, hey, you're not enjoying yourself. I'm saying that you are not a success. It's that simple. Dude, am I wrong, Finnbar, DJ?
No, yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, you have to have put some away to say you're a success.
Exactly.
Right?
You have to get your life straight. So
But I mean, if he's got a mortgage, he's got an asset there. I don't know how much of it he's paid off, but he'll have an asset.
Guy like Healy says you can, but it's usually an economy car. My car was brand new at $15K.
The problem with the car is
in 2017.
They just depreciate in value. They're not a good investment anyway. So it's never going to get that 16K back.
Yeah.
He says he missed the point completely. Yeah. To quote a fictional assets manager, if it drives, flies, sails, or fucks, don't buy it, lease it.
Yeah, I do that. I lease.
True.
Again, because it just depreciates, so it's pointless even paying 16 grand.
He pays a mortgage, so you pay your bills. Again, if your mortgage is $1,000 a month and you make $1,000 a month, you're living paycheck to paycheck. That means if you miss a paycheck, you miss a mortgage payment and you get kicked out of your house, right?
Eventually, yeah. But this is an asset, so this is good.
I mean, it depends on how much is left, right?
That's what I mean.
What
I don't
sort
know
of
how far
equity
into
does he
it
have
is.
in his home?
I'd like to
What
think at the age of
issues?
50, he's far enough into it that he's...
I mean, if his house is falling apart and it's dilapidated, then they go, okay, you missed your, let's see what sort of loan you can get. And they go look at his house and they appraise it and they go, this thing ain't worth shit, right? Like, I'm not going to make any assumptions. If he has a nice house, sure. But if he has a shitty house, no, right?
Well, if it was a shitty house, it would be reflected in the mortgage payment he's making. You would like to
No,
think.
because you if you had a good house, right? Let's say I buy a brand new house in a good neighborhood, right? And then I just let it go to shit. Like it's fucking, the walls are falling apart. Like fucking.
Then that's on you.
You know, I flooded my house because a pipe broke and I never fixed the floors, right? He's 50 years old. I have no idea how long he was living in that house. Lots of things could have happened between the time he bought it and today, right?
Yeah.
There could have been fucking like hail and a bunch of windows broke and he never got them replaced. He just got like plastic on his windows. Someone could have broke in at some point. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I literally don't know anything about Dark Gift's life. So I can't make a judgment call on whether or not that's a good asset, right? I mean, it could have been in a good neighborhood when he bought it, and then like the neighborhood went to shit, and then like fucking the value of the house went down.
Or it could have been in a shitty neighborhood and they gentrified the place, like in that South Park episode.
Yeah.
And he's like Kenny's house in the middle of the Sodo Sopa. Remember?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many factors. Like, just throwing something out there. Like, he lives in New Jersey, so it's not like, I'm sure it's not the greatest neighborhood. So Erwin comes in and says, it's understandable why he would be sensitive. Imagine 50 years go by and you have nothing to speak for. It's depressing. But he also doesn't have to act like he's living large when he still has to live on the edge of bankruptcy. Correct. And of course, Ray's got to go in there to defend Dark Gift. We're not gonna talk about that because Ray always defends people for no reason.
She never defends me.
Yeah.
He says, she did actually. That's not fair. She has.
I literally said I have savings. Where did you say you have savings? Show me where it says I have savings. He says, I literally said I have savings.
The fact that he's pressed about this.
No, but literally, he didn't even figuratively said he has. There's nowhere in this. I live a humble lifestyle, make a ton of money, make above average. I dropped for a car, pay a mortgage, can pay dental. Where does that show anywhere that he has savings? You can pay your mortgage, pay for your car, pay for your dental, and have no savings. I know plenty of people that don't have savings, that have regular jobs and get paid very well.
But more importantly, Grace, they're saying that she was owed some money from the Indiegogo.
Well, we'll get there. We'll get there. We're not there yet. You're reading ahead.
Well, this other stuff is
Don't read
boring.
ahead.
This
Don't
is the
read
part
ahead.
where
Why
it
you
deals
do
with
that?
money.
You shouldn't read ahead.
You shouldn't show it on the screen then.
I wasn't trying to. I was trying to show the other stuff, and then you're like, "Oh man, look at that little stuff." Says, how the hell do you think I dropped $16K a car? So you saved up $16K and then bought the car, and now you no longer have savings.
Well, you could also borrow that $16K. That's not a, you know.
Ear bought a house. Ear bought a house. I don't think you paid for your house outright. So again, you don't necessarily have to have savings. You could have someone co-sign. for both your car and your house. You could have borrowed money from the bank. You are such a lying sack of shit, Stray. And you wonder why. You said you live paycheck to paycheck, and you didn't deny it. I love when they do that. They do this shit all the time. Like, you repeat exactly what they say, and you go, "This guy said that he lives paycheck to paycheck." You're a lying sack of shit. Like, you said it. Like,
You're the one who said
what
it.
you said.
Why did you say it?
Yeah. And you wonder why people think you're lower the scum. You lower the scum on the bottom of a shoe.
Writer of Hunter Alice, people. Writer of
This is how you know
Hunter
he's pressed,
Alice.
because like he's just making mistakes and typos. How many months did I say were the slow months? Oh yeah, 2. He says that. He says it's the man. So then Gray Lightwalker says, was some of it the funds that you were dispersed to your account from the Indiegogo campaign? Just wondering, since I never saw any of it. She's not saying she was owed money, because she said that she doesn't need any of the money.
But she said that I never saw any of it, so she's obviously expecting to see some of it.
Finnbar, she doesn't run the Indiegogo. She doesn't want any of the money. So she's saying, you got money from the Indiegogo. You did something with the money. There's no comic. She's wondering if he took that money and misappropriated it. That's all she's saying.
But the word "since I never saw any of it" would imply that she was expecting some of it.
No, it wouldn't, because you might because she's
exactly what it
working with
means.
because it's her comic, it's her script. So people might think that she was involved in the Indiegogo. So she's saying, I'm not involved in the Indiegogo, so I didn't see any of it.
We're going to have to agree to disagree, because I interpret that
Okay,
very
we'll
different.
agree to disagree. Good question. Any rebuttal, DG? You'll have to wait and see. So I know, like, whenever I'm accused of misappropriating funds, the first thing I say is, you'll have to find out.
When have you misappropriated funds?
Never. But like, that's what I'm saying. Like, he was accused. She's accusing him of misappropriating funds. Stray Bean says, any rebuttal? And he goes, you'll have to wait and see. Hey, Finnbar, I think you stole a bunch of money from the government. Any response? And you're like, you'll just have to find out eventually. Like,
You'll have
so
to wait
is
and
that a
see.
yes? The
Still money from
current
the government every
cheapest
day.
new in the U.S. appears to be the Hyundai Venue at $20,000. Yeah. DG did a full DM drop on all of this a few days ago. Did he a full DM drop of him not appropriating the money or what? These mongs have said I don't own my own house. I'm not sensitive about their lives. It's purgation. I just go, okay, if you say so.
They say the same wild shit about me, and you don't hear me complaining about it.
Stray Bean says, DG, did you misappropriate funds from your crowdfunding campaign to buy a used car? Seems possible because you live paycheck to paycheck for part of the year. You'll have to wait and see. The correct answer to that question is no, dummy. You'll have to wait and see.
Man,
You know, I don't care what you do with your money. You're clearly very insecure about the topic, though. But if Liam posted a series of comments as dumb as this, you assholes would have spun it and pro clutched it up into a crime against humanity.
True.
Yes. So there you go. That's DG pro clutching. He released all the messages with Aubrey, barring personal shit. Yeah, we don't care about that though, Morpheus. The question isn't whether or not him and Aubrey have any sort of beef. The question is whether or not he misappropriated money. Unless he released his bank statement showing how much money he has in the account and how much money he spent, I have no idea.
Wait, who the fuck is Aubrey?
Yeah.
Who's Aubrey?
Aubrey would be Gray. Like,
yeah.
All right, her name's not actually Gray.
No.
That would have been cool if her name was Gray.
Oh, like Liam Gray.
Or imagine if they got married, her name would be Gray Gray.
A guy who likes Healy says if he dropped 16K, he no longer has savings, unless he's saying he's sitting with 20K at all times. Yeah. So, well, I didn't look at everything. The writer of Hunting Atlas, Preston Poulter's ex-wife. I can 100% guarantee. I don't even have to look at any of the DMs to 100% guarantee that Dark Gift did not drop his bank information to show what happened to the money. Okay. That's, you could drop, I could drop DMs all day with Finnbar, and the DMs will be like, yeah, I bought this, I bought that. But like, in no DMs with Finnbar do I go, here's my bank statements, and here's my current funds, and here's how much money I made, and here's a detailed list of everything I spent the money on. Right?
You have to censor all the dick pics, though.
No, I would never censor the dick pics. The world needs to see those.
Censor mine, please.
Oh, those are the ones I was talking about. Clearly, mine's already out there, Finnbar. So obviously you have to.
I've heard, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't just that; it was a tell-all on Hunting Atlas. I really don't care. Like, the book, is the book coming out? That's all I care about. I don't give a fuck what's going on, other than, is the book coming out? Yes or no. And if it's not, then the money should go back to the back end.
That's what everybody's asking. But here we are.
I mean, he didn't even make that much off of Hunting Atlas, if I remember correctly.
How much did it make? Roughly.
I'm going to the Indiegogo. He made $4,400.
That's pretty good.
He made about the same amount as he did on his total YouTube channel. So
It's still pretty good.
I mean,
I'd be happy with that if we made that.
I don't know if it's pretty good, considering it was like at the beginning of Comicsgate or closer to the beginning. He had all that good fucking the word I'm looking for here.
Publicity.
Not publicity.
Press.
He had promotion behind them, is what you're saying, yeah?
Yeah, but what I'm looking for is everyone thought good of him. He had the
Goodwill,
positive, all that good faith in him, right?
In good faith.
So goodwill. There you go. Why couldn't I think of that word? Why couldn't I think of will?
Me and TJ literally just said it as well.
I wasn't listening to you with your accent. I heard well. Now, Vicky covered it. Then he did a further stream about it. Like I said, I really don't care of what his relationship with Aubrey is, or what they got into, or what the fucking disagreement is. At the end of the day, all I care about is the comic coming out? And if it's not coming out, why is he not returning the money to the people that paid for it? That's it. Right? Like in the reality, like if me and Finnbar get into a fight, does it matter what the fight's about? Does it matter if I yell at Finnbar, or I call him slurs, or he calls me slurs? If the final result is there's no comic, that's all you guys care about. Is there a comic? Is it coming out? If it's not coming out, am I getting my money back? That's it. If he's not returning the $4,400, then I mean, that's an issue. That's a problem. We went over his interior pages. They're not fucking great. I mean, his drawings are shitty.
Has he showed all the interiors?
No, he's shown some. It's on the
Preview,
campaign
11
page.
pages.
All right.
We went through them on one stream. It was quite.
Yeah, someone tagged us in a Twitter thread, and we went through all of them.
I'm sure he'll pull it together. I'm rooting for him.
I don't know if he what is, this is the level of art that we're dealing with here.
Uh-huh. I mean, I've seen worse.
What I'm saying is
Actually,
so,
you're right. There is worse than this.
I mean, yeah, there's worse than this. I'll give you that. But I'm saying you could. This doesn't look like it's taking you fucking this is a year a page. You seem like I think you could knock this out in a couple of months, right?
Well, I mean, look, listen. I'm not gonna throw fucking stones from a glass house, right? It's taken me 2 years to get 20 pages done. So I don't know how busy Dark Gift's life is. Clearly, he's got time to stream and stuff. But me and TJ don't. So we're taking as much time as this guy's taking. Although
yeah, but he took money already.
Yeah, we haven't taken any money. That's our saving
campaign
grace,
is
the
not
fact that
out.
we never took a
That's
penny.
the difference.
Yeah.
The campaign is not out.
Ours is never
so many
actually
opportunities and detours to improve things that already existed.
We could still be drawn till 2035, TG, and we'll still never be late because we haven't actually taken any money.
Exactly.
I mean, we could literally never release a comic, and we've taken no one's money. So all we really did is wasted your time, teased you with a thing that never came out. Whereas he took money and said, "Hey, I got this. It's coming out." Right? Finn is reasonable. Don't
Thanks,
blow
man.
the ego up. I believe the book is being retooled through Wheeler.
Retooled.
They're gonna redraw it.
They're gonna put boobs in it
for them. Yeah, that's the real question.
Well, I'd buy that.
Well, yeah, there are 2 months a year he's not overly busy. That's what I'm saying. Like those 2 months where his work slows down, like he could definitely fucking work on the comic. It's been years. He has pages, so it's not like it's not like he hasn't worked on anything.
Okay, look, right. Let me back him up a bit here. And
No.
TJ will back me up here when I say this. We've drawn this thing. I say we, mainly him, 4 times. There's 4 different books we've got. Right, TJ?
Not 4, 3.
3. Okay. We're about to show Tony
Be
a
accurate,
third version of it after we come off stream tonight.
So this is from so the project was funded 3/15. So we're almost to the exact day. Okay. 3/15/2021. So it's almost been 5 years to the day that the campaign was funded. So for 5 years, so even if he only works on it 2 months every year, so that's 10 months. He's had 10 months of slow time that he could have worked on this book. He doesn't go to war. Clearly, those 2 months are slow months that he says he doesn't have that much work to do.
That's what's
I don't know. It seems he doesn't have a family. You have a family, Finnbar. TJ has a family.
I have a
He doesn't
family.
have kids.
Right.
He doesn't have a wife.
Yep.
He doesn't have
That's
a
what's holding
boyfriend
me
or a
back.
husband, an adopted son. Nothing.
Ben is being held back because he has a family too.
Yeah. So I mean, what excuse can you have for not having this done?
AIDS? Don't know.
Retooled or restooled? It's better than Wenger's second comic book. He's reaching for the stars. So I'm just saying, like, if he really wanted to get this done, I think he could have in the last 5 years.
See, Finnbar, like, I wish people were more like Finnbar. Like
Thanks, man.
Instead of him talking that shit about Leon, right? If only he was a little bit more humble and saying, I can understand what Liam is going through. See, I'm going through it, but no, here we are. Like all he ever does is talk trash to other people.
It says he owns the IP until I believe June. Then it goes back to her if he doesn't put the book out. Yeah. He spends a lot of time on Twitter, Tony. You have to be empathetic.
I'm coming at it from a point of view, TJ, that I don't know anything about what's causing his hold up, right?
Right.
I appreciate that 5 years is a long time after it was funded. That's when it was funded 5 years ago.
Yes.
And then, like Jibber is saying
Almost
there
to
in
the
the
day.
chat, EVS also has had funding for Rainbow the Brute for a long time.
And I don't talk like I'm a fucking Picasso or some shit. I'm just.
But we
drawing
also don't
cartoons,
talk
okay?
like we also don't talk like we've gotten our book done really quick because it's taken very long to do.
Yeah. Well, here's the
we
thing.
understand where these people come from.
Here's the thing, and this is I'm not ball washing. Okay, let me preempt this and say there's not a ball wash. EVS has taken 5 years. We've definitely criticized them. We've definitely said, hey, I don't want to wait for fucking Cyberfrog 3, but he's working on multiple books. He also has a sick wife. He also has a family to take care of, right?
His work is a lot more intricate as well. I'll give you that. Like when you watch the standard of his art and how he does it, his work is more detailed and intricate than what we saw in those preview pages there. But all I'm saying is I'm coming from the point of view of I know how hard that is or how long it takes to get this stuff done.
Yeah, well,
easy,
so again, here's the other thing. EVS, you'll never find him talking about other people's comics or how late they are. Dark Gift is always talking about other people's comics and how late they are. He's complained. He'll complain about Liam's Wonder Island and how long it's taking Liam to do Wonder Island. That's the difference. And again, that's why I say, like, when Sturgis insults someone's weight, I go, it's okay to talk about Sturgis being fat. I won't talk about like someone else being fat. Like let's say I'm
Same with
Dark
Synynic.
Gift's a perfect example. I could talk about Dark Gift's looks or whatever, but he's not out there insulting people's looks, so I won't. He insults people's intelligence, so then I think it's okay to talk about his intelligence or lack thereof, right? So again, it's all relative. If Dark Gift wasn't talking about other people's late campaigns, then I don't think we would be talking about his late campaigns. It's the same reason why I don't talk about certain people's late campaigns, because they're not talking about others, right? They're not throwing stones from glass houses. I'm just pointing out that you are throwing stones from a glass house, right? And Eric Winberg says, holy smokes, still going.
Yeah, this has gone on too long.
Yeah, we're about to end it right now. But don't forget, guys, if we hit $1,500 by the end of this month, no monsters for April, which will be really, really disastrous for me.
Throughout the country, all around the world, getting ready to do business. Wherever the land gonna take us, it's gonna be hot.
That's right. We're gonna do business because you know what they say.
You think you're messing with chump change? You ain't messing with chump change. You messing with the big money.
That's right.
Who
Anything else?
started this? Who started all that? Stray Beans.
Started all what?
All that fucking rabbit hole that we went down there. Sandman. Fucking 5 a.m. Sandman. What are you doing?
Those are facts, not rumors, not suppositions, but facts. More on that later.
I just like playing with the buttons, you know.
I say go to hell and try to reform things down there, because we're doing just fine up here without you.
All right, everybody. That's the show. We'll be back tomorrow, Sunday night, for CG Suburbs. Hopefully we get the new opening all ready to go so you guys can see it and enjoy it in all of its glory. We'll be promoting comics, talking comics, and, of course, always giving the controversial takes why Marvel is way better than DC and why the Lantern show is probably going to suck. But until then, love, peace, booty grease. We out this bitch.